surroundings, all this light and heat. Time to take a stand, boys, time to make a choice. Time to find our courage, time to be deployed. Make our only stand here, make our roads complete. All we waited for now, past and future meet. Get your weapons ready, kiss loved ones goodbye. Now our time is coming, and it is not the time to cry. Fight the war. Fight the war. Fight the war. Oh, here's why we're fighting. It's about the fight. Let the writers writing settle wrong from right. In the time of conflict, when the bullets fly, in the space of seconds, a life you cannot buy. Face the facts before you, face the simple truth. We're hopelessly outnumbered, it's tragic but it's true. Make your last formation, take the final road. Now it's time for endings, now it's time to go. Fight the war. Oh, fight the war. Fight the war. That's what I'm talking about. I'm fighting the war because it's a Tuesday. Welcome to Tolkien Tuesday. Oh yeah, what's going on, everybody? Welcome, Arvanauts, to October. Welcome to October 1st. It is October 1st, closing in on 1 p.m. Eastern, and I am very excited to be with you as we are here for our gamebook illustration stream. And I call this Tolkien Tuesday because we have got some Tolkien on docket today. We've got some Tolkien on the docket for next Tuesday. We've got some Tolkien on the docket for a few weeks after that. So we have got some Tolkien ready for you. So welcome to Tolkien Tuesday as we are going to be playing our gamebook today, as chosen by chat, Tolkien Quest, Knight of the Nazgul. I hope you folks are all ready to fight the Nazgul. I hope everyone came prepared. I hope you are ready with your courage, your bravery, and a healthy dose of, oh crap, what is that big thing on a horse coming towards us? Before we get there, though, I do want to remind everybody about ways to support the stream. If you have not done so already, please make sure to follow the channel. That is always appreciated. Please make sure to check out the YouTube with !ArvTube, the Discord with !ArvCore. Don't forget to check out the Twitter with !ArvTweets. I don't know if the tweet command, we were trying to work that before, but I don't know if the tweet command is working. So you might have to actually go to my Twitter and manually retweet it. I apologize. We'll see. Okay, that's good, Rhiannon. So we'll see what actually happens as far as that's concerned. But I think we've got the Twitter, at least the !ArvTweets is working, I know for sure. And that, of course, would be much appreciated so we can broaden ourselves out beyond just the Twitch community. And, of course, you can find all of this on our website, arvineleron.com. On the financial side, of course, we've got the Patreon, !Arvtreon. Rommel, that is my song Onager, which comes from my band's second album, Monomyth. That was me singing, and it's my band's second album, which came out in 2010. Our latest album came out last year, actually, late last year. So, yeah, that's what that was. So, yes, financially, the Patreon, !Arvtreon, that really does make a difference to the channel. It's kind of the financial backbone of the channel, so if people can jump on board with that, that would be much appreciated. We have also got, so the Patreon, I think we got that. We have also got, of course, the shop, !Arv shop, where you can get merchandise for the Infinity and Beyond crew that is currently playing Curse of Strahd on this channel, and also the Adventures of Middle-earth group, along with the person I'm going to introduce in just a moment. And her illustrations are available as well on the shop, and we're going to have Esper Genesis material up there in the not-too-distant future also. And then last but certainly not least, we've got that sub button right above the video window. We are sitting right now at about 62 subs, which is great, and I'm hoping that we can continue to push upwards, onwards, and upwards. Goal for the end of the year was to be able to hit 80 subs, and so we're very much on track for that, and that's great. So hopefully people will be able to jump on board if you are interested in doing that. Thank you, Kerflop. So yes. So anyway, that is the deal with that. What are you waiting for? What's going on? But yes, so that's what we've got going on as far as that's concerned. That brings us here to what we've got going on today. I have posted my schedule for October, and I think most of it looks like it's in pretty good order. I still have to, there's still a couple of things that I've got to do, including as I make sure... I just remembered I have one thing I have to do. I haven't scheduled yet Masters of the Dungeon, but the other shows are pretty much scheduled at this point, and most of them look to be in pretty good place. If you go over to that calendar, you'll be able to see it for yourself. Currently, we have Tolkien Quest and Pathfinder Kingmaker going on today at 4 p.m. Eastern. On Friday, I will be wrapping up Cat Quest. That'll be happening this Friday evening. And then Saturday, I've got D&D with viewers coming up. So this coming Saturday at 7 p.m., we've got some D&D with viewers. Next Tuesday at 10:30 a.m., we have Adventures in Middle-earth Wilderland Adventures. At 4 p.m., we've got Pen and Pixels Pathfinder Kingmaker. And at 9 p.m. next Tuesday, we have the Arvocalists making their return with Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. Thursday the 10th, we have got the Rambo Academy. And actually, there's one other thing I need to fix, which is that Hearts of Wulin thing. Hearts of Wulin looks like it is going to be on the 7th instead of the 21st. Fix Wulin schedule. I just realized you need to do that. So it looks like Hearts of Wulin will probably be on the 7th, not the 21st. Then, as I said, I talked about the 8th. Thursday the 10th, we have the Rambo Academy for Wayward Writers with Kat Rambo's newest writing class for us. Friday the 11th, we've got Esper Genesis will be coming back your way. Saturday the 12th, we've got D&D with Infinity and Beyond Curse of Strahd. Monday the 14th, we have Emberwind makes its return. Tuesday the 15th, more Adventures in Middle-earth Wilderland Adventures and Pen and Pixels Pathfinder Kingmaker as well. It looks like that there may actually be one other adjustment with that also, which is that D&D with GOG was also going to be readjusted. So there's going to be a couple of little minor adjustments. Like that might end up being on the 15th instead. And then on Friday the 18th, there will be no stream, not an official one anyway, because I'll be traveling to CanCon in Ottawa. And then Saturday, we have a D&D one-shot session, which will be live from CanCon in Ottawa, and I'll give you more information when I have that. And then we'll go on from there. We will have the Neverwinter Nights, Tyrants of Moonsea is going to be the next game that I'm going to be working on after Cat Quest, and so that'll probably get started on Tuesday the 22nd, more Pathfinder Kingmaker GOG. Friday the 25th, we have Esper Genesis again. Saturday the 26th, D&D with Infinity Beyond Curse of Strahd. Monday the 28th, we have Emberwind. Tuesday the 29th says Storm King's Thunder, but that may end up being Pathfinder Kingmaker, and that will wrap up October. Again, there is a Masters of the Dungeon show that has to be scheduled in there as well. So there are some other things that we've got going on. That's going to be the deal. So yeah, and hey, Kerflop, would love to have you in it, man. You know the drill. I'd love to have you there. It would be great. It would be great. So yes. But that's the deal, what we've got. And again, the schedule is not 100% confirmed, but we've got it in decent order. And that's good because I've got a very busy month ahead of me, so we'll see. But anyway, that's what we've got going on. Today we've got this, and then we've got Pathfinder Kingmaker for sure. And as always, the sort of star of the show, as it were, who I've just unmuted myself to let her know that I called her the star of the show, is our own wonderful and awesome TariToons, who I have now unmuted so that people can hear her, and we can head over there right now. Hello, Terry. How are you?
Hello. I totally wasn't tempted to blow raspberries into the microphone just now.
Not a wonderful person. Bleh. Yeah, exactly. Note this idyllic scene. I want everybody to know that this idyllic scene was exactly what Terry originally planned.
Yeah,
She was totally
totally.
working on this, and not at all a mountain scene.
No, not at
Before.
all.
How are you doing, Terry? I love this. Man, I'm
background.
already ready for the Shire. I'm already ready for it. I'm here for it. How are you doing?
I am doing good. Yeah, I thought we were doing the other book because I have the memory of a goldfish, as they say. So, yeah. So I thought we were doing the Mines of Moria adventure.
Nope, that came in second. That will be
Yeah.
next.
So yeah, I can show people what I drew instead while I was waiting. And that was that.
Wow, look at that. That's actually really nice shading too. Lovely. Look at that. It's funny because I'm just reading my daughter The Hobbit, so they're in the midst of the Misty Mountains section right now.
Aww.
So that's very atmospheric and really awesome. So that's cool. So just imagine that in the Shire, guys. Okay, that's as you all know, the Shire, lots of mountains. Just keep that in mind.
I need to do a thing.
What's the thing?
Wait.
Waiting. Oh, there it is. With the raspberry. Thank you for the resub, Terry. That's very nice. Thank you so much. No, that's awesome. Look at that. Amazing. That's really good, man. That's good stuff. Cool. So that's awesome. But we are working on the Shire today. And we do have some good music as well, which Terry recommended. Let me actually let's actually pull that up here. So the music that we've got going on today, as I go over here, and not that. There we go.
But yeah. What people don't know is that I actually was on time, very much on time, but then Arf was being late.
I was being late. It's true. This is definitely not Terry's fault at all. It's totally my fault. So this is the Battle for Middle-earth soundtrack. So the full OST of the Battle for Middle-earth. So this will be perfect. Yeah, of course it's Middle-earth music, Echo. What do you take us for? Yeah, breaking news. Arv is busy, Dragon. Breaking news. Arv is way too busy. Anyone would like to start serving as a secretary and assistant, I'd really appreciate it. Anyway, so now the drill with today, this probably is too loud, this music. Okay, I think that's better. What we've got going on today, as of course Terry will be doing her illustrations, we are going to be playing this, which is Tolkien Quest, Night of the Nazgul. And this is going to be a really neat game book, I think, because it's going to be different from the way that we've played some of our other ones, just because of the complications of the system and so forth. In fact, this system was originally designed to be compatible with Middle-earth role-playing. So they actually give 3 different options in this Tolkien Quest game, which later on would become Middle-earth Quest, by the way. They gave you the option of either choosing a pre-constructed character, making your own character, which is what we're going to try to do, or to use a character from the Middle-earth role-playing system. So you could actually do either of those, and they have a basic system, an advanced system, and then other systems. And so we are going to be doing more or less a very similar sort of situation to the way that the game book sort of lays it out. We're going to be doing kind of a hybrid between the basic and the advanced system. Mostly because the advanced system is a little bit too complex for what we're going to be doing with the gamebook stream. But one thing that it does add, which I think is really neat and really kind of helps the gamebook, is the matter of time. As time passes, because this is a time-sensitive story, more things will be affected if you don't get from point A to point B in time. So we will need to be thinking a little bit, as we're going through as a chat, about not wasting our time on stuff and deciding whether something is worth going to or not going to based upon the time that's involved in each case. So that is something to kind of keep in mind for everybody, that time is going to be a thing, and we will need to think a little bit about that as we are in the process of going through it. So, but the first beginning, it sounds very systematic. That is true, Aaron. But before we do any of that, the first thing we need to think about is actually creating a character. So, we are going to create our character using the simple Tolkien Quest character development system included in this book. And as always, we want to start with the most important aspect of any character, and that is the character's name. So what I'm going to ask people to do here is I'm going to have people nominate a name. What should our character be called?
Because I was expecting the dwarf one. I already researched dwarf names and stuff like that. I was gonna recommend Regin, Fafnir's brother.
Well, we will get to those though. It's not like it went to waste. It's just you can't do it right now. That's all. But no, what we're looking for here is Hobbit names, people. Hobbit names. So I will take nominations.
English names,
including from TariToons. I will take nominations for Hobbit names. Only one per person. So. No, we're talking about days. That's a good question, Arinth, but in this particular case, we're talking about days and hours as opposed to months or weeks. Yeah.
So what is the gender of our character going to be?
That is a good question and entirely up to you. I think we could probably nominate folks from either gender, names from either gender, and then we can decide. Okay. I think it's up to what people want to do. So let me know. Do you have? I'll let you get started, Terry, since you have honor of place.
No, I'm still thinking.
Okay, that's fine. I'll save a spot for you as a nomination.
Usually I do the name last. First I come up with a character concept and then I name them.
Okay. Mandu Shiredock. I feel like Mandu sounds more like a Star Wars name though, like Mandu Shirelock, owner of the cantina. I agree with the Shiredock part, but I shall put that in.
Hobbit names are always these very typical English names. Dilbo Dabbings.
Emmy Butcher, Dilbo Dabbings.
Oh God.
I like that. We've got Emmy Butcher, so we've got Mandu Shiredock, Emmy Butcher, Dildo Dabbings. Oh, Dilbo. Sorry, not Dilbo. Good, yeah, Dilbo.
Yeah, as much as I love a good innuendo, I don't think Dilbo is gonna be good for.
Might be unfortunate.
Yeah.
Might be unfortunate.
Bosch, like the machine brand.
Yeah, that might be a little unfortunate. Arinth, I can only take one nomination though from you, so choose one of them. Choose one of those three, and I'll use that as your nomination. Wow, he's got 4 good ones. You've got 4 great ones, but I only need one. Kerflop, Daffodil Greenhand. That's a good one.
I love that one. I'm so down for flower names.
Daffodil Greenhand. Okay. God, look at all these names. Arinth, you got to choose one of those. Autumn Lanahan, Laura Hopesinger. These are all great.
Autumn Lanahan. Oh, I like that one too.
Yeah, give me one of those to choose for you, Arinth. Laura's the one? Okay. Laura Hope Singer.
Okay, I need to go back to drawing instead of looking at the chat because it's distracting.
Do you have a name possibility?
No. Also, I think chat is good, so.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think chat needs my help.
Okay. Then good. All right, folks, we've got 5. I'll take one more. And if I don't get something from someone else, then I'll pick a second one from Arinth. I'll probably go with Autumn Lanahan if I don't go another one.
Yeah, I like that one.
Hey, what's up, Paxi? How you doing, Paxi? Woody Woolfoot. All right. Woody Woolfoot. That's a good one. All right. So there we go. Mandu Shiredock, Emmy Butcher, Dilbo Dabbings. Oh, wait, actually, no, I'm sorry. I take that back.
How about Dilgo Dabbings?
Dilgo Dabbings.
Yeah.
Dilgo
To
Dabbings.
avoid any unfortunate, you don't want your video to get blocked or something. I don't know how this works.
Exactly. I wouldn't want to be in violation of terms of service, right? Yeah, you love Dilbo Dabbings. Well, it's going to be Dilgo Dabbings. So we got that going on. All right, here we go, folks. I'm going to open the poll. So the top 3 vote getters will go on, and then the winner of the top 3 will be the ultimate name. So please make your vote. Mandu Shiredock, M. Butcher, Dilgo Dabbings, Daffodil Greenhand, Laura Hope Singer, or Woody Wolfoot. And you can do $ vote space and then the number of the name that you'd like to vote for.
Right, I also think I'm done with this drawing.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
It's super, super cool. It's funny because it's like not at all like the music right now is like dun 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 dun. You know, it's like not right now. We're like, are we in the Shire? And isn't that totally fine? But this music is going to become important very shortly.
So according to my folder naming conventions, we are now on the 6th book since I joined this game.
Nice.
Yeah. Since I always make a separate folder for every book we do, or like series of books. I think we did 2 Sherlock Holmes books in a row.
Yeah, we did.
It's the 7th book. Oh, and we did like multiple books for okay, let's say like on the 6th series there.
6th series. Yeah, because we did some of the Lone Wolf ones, right?
Yes, Lone Wolf and...
We did 2 of Sagard the Barbarian.
Yes, and what was like the very first one called again?
We
wasn't
did...
that Fighting Fantasy?
Fighting Fantasy, yeah. We did, oh gosh. I think it was the space one. Wasn't the space one the first one you did?
No, that was the second one.
Was the
because
second
I was
one?
like, oh, I now drew a dude, and now I want to draw a woman or something. I'm reasonably sure to remember.
Might have been Crypt of the Sorcerer. Because it was, I remember you drawing
yeah, Crypt of the Sorcerer, that was my very first one.
that necromancer dude. I remember you drawing.
Yeah, and we had our like Roman dude fighter. What was his name? God Among Men.
Yes, that's right. Who was taken down by bees at one point or something. Yeah. Or by wasps or whatever. Yeah, I don't remember exactly, but okay, Dilgo Dabbings, Daffodil Greenhand, and Laura Hope Singer are currently tied. All right, I'm going to last call this. This is good. If this works out, then we will take those 3, and we will use those 3 for the next vote. Oh, damn it, Dragon Spear. All right, so Daffodil Greenhand is definitely going to be in that final group, but we've also got Dilgo Dabbings, Laura Hope Singer, and Woody Wolfoot tied. I'm going to need someone. I guess I could, if I had to, I could put those 4 forward, but change vote. Okay, so we got Daffodil, Laura, and Dilgo. All right.
The Woody Wolfoot is also not bad.
Woody Wolfoot's not bad, but it does not look like it's going to make the cut, I don't think. Going once. Going
The problem is
twice.
if we... Oh, sorry.
That's okay. I don't... Which reminder, Echo? If it was about D&D with viewers, yeah, I did get that. And thank you. All right. Close poll. Okay. So, we have got Daffodil Greenhand. We have got Laura Singer, and of course Dilgo Dabbings.
Like the problem is if we go with Dilgo Dabbings, then I have to draw him dabbing
all the time. No, I'm sure that's what they want you to do, and that's
picture.
You know.
And let's face it, like I'm too old for that. We are too old of a people.
We're too old to be all dabbing all the time.
We are not in tune with what the kids are hip in with these days.
Okay, next vote, people. Let's get this vote in between Daffodil Greenhand, Laura Hope Singer, and Dilgo Dabbings. If it's close between 2 of them, I might have a runoff for the top 2, for the top winner.
I can do the last vote if it's like
yeah,
soulmate.
I figured. Right now, it looks like Laura Hope Singer is definitely ahead. Looks like a lot of people like Laura Hope Singer.
That sounds like a Warcraft character.
Laura Hope Singer, like a
right?
Yeah, like a Tauren druid or something. Well, no, yeah. I guess it'd be like a night elf maybe or something.
Something like that.
As much as I love the dabbings, I'll be nice, Faxi. You can vote for who you want. Listen, don't let TariToons, get off my lawn. You off of your dab. If you wanna dab, it's fine. If you wanna dab,
dab your heart out. I'm just saying we will never get with the young crowd, Greg. If we go with Dilgo Dabbing.
Well, maybe this is a good way to expand even further the appeal. Be like, listen, if you go with us, you can dab to your heart's content.
To like get all the out of touch parents to watch us.
I've heard that you do some of that dabbing on the stream. Is that true? Exactly, Thorgan. Tharzan, dab on, you crazy hobbit. I just have this image
nobody's
of
voting for Daffodil Greenhand. Oh, fine.
No, looks like Laura Hopesinger and Dilgo Dabbings are your current ones that are ahead. I'm gonna last call this. Last call. Arv Dabs, that'll be a sight to behold.
Oh god. You will lose like all your patrons if you do that. Oh no! He did it!
Oh god. Someone clip it, please. Oh man.
Keflop, my dude.
I think it was Kerflop's idea in the first place, right?
Yeah, I know.
I think that was his name. All right. Going once. Going twice. All right. Laura Hopesinger is the winner. And I don't think we need to do a runoff because Laura Hopesinger beat both Daffodil and Dilgo. So thank you for the nominations, everybody. And I liked a lot of those names as well. But Laura Hopesinger is our character.
Do we have like any other background information on our character from the book itself?
Let me see. I think only that it's a hobbit, but I don't know for sure. Let me just double check. We started working in the stables of the Prancing Pony.
Okay.
So we know that.
So we are an unpaid intern. Got it.
Pretty much. Well, no, I'm sure we're paid, just not very well. Okay. So, good. Now we have to create our Tolkien Quest character. So, we start with certain mental and physical attributes called, I love that it describes it, stats, short for statistics. Yes, thanks. Thanks, book. Strength, agility, and intelligence. So, before beginning this adventure, we have to determine the value of these stats. We're going to pick a number 3 times and assign one to each of the 3 stats. So, I need one of the folks in chat to be willing to act as our die roller. Do we have a person who would be willing to roll? Yeah, paid in room and board, pretty much. It has been immortalized? Oh, God. Let's see.
I warned you, Arf. I warned you.
I'm looking.
What are you looking at?
I'm looking. There we go. I got it right that time.
Oh, you're looking at
me dabbing. Oh, God. Oh, God, there's like, I'm going to
Greg,
echo
I'm
clip it.
afraid we can't be friends anymore.
We just can't. Oh, that's a shame. I liked it when we were friends before I decided to dab.
I'll still play, but like, we're not friends anymore.
We're not friends anymore, yeah. Now you'll just be really sullen. You're just like, whatever. What do you want? All right, do this. So, all right. So we're going to come up with these stats. So we need someone who is willing to act as a die roller. And the way that the game works is it works actually on a D12 system. So we'll be rolling, picking a number between 2 and 12. So do we have someone? Yes, you can go and shower in peace. Thank you, Echo. Do we have someone who is willing to act as our die roller? Either someone who has in the past or someone who is willing to try in the future. You can either do it with real dice or you can use the WotC dice roller, which is a certain functional roller, that dice roller that would allow you to roll dice for the chat. Who is willing to do that? Who will step forward and be the roller of the dice for chat?
I decided our Laura Hopesinger is gonna wear a big old straw hat.
Nice.
Yes, because it's sunny. Because we are playing in summer, right?
Yes, I think so. Although, of course,
Because
it will be unnaturally cold when the Nazgul are around, you know. Oh, perfect, Caro. Awesome. Thank you, Caro. So, Caro, I need you to roll between 2 and 12. I need you to roll that 3 times, and then we're going to assign it based upon what chat would like us to do. So, yeah.
I love drawing hobbits. Like, you guys have no idea.
Good, I'm glad.
They are small and round.
Yeah, 2d6, that also works. Yeah, 2d6 actually works. You're right, Shadowner, actually, now that I think of it. It doesn't say in the game. In the game, it just says to pick a number using a little chart. So, yeah. 8, 4, and 9. Okay. So we will say strength, agility, and intelligence. All right. So... let's see. Agility. And we'll make this one intelligence. And we will make luck. Okay, so luck will equal strength. Okay, so, you roll 2d6. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so 8, 4, and 9. All right, chat. So, I am going to ask everyone, and I'm not going to put this up for a vote unless I have to put one up for a vote. Which one should be our biggest stat? So we have strength, we have agility, and we have intelligence. Strength is the endurance of our character. So basically, if the damage exceeds our endurance, we will fall unconscious. So basically, I think I should have stamina equaling strength. Oh no, actually, I take that back. I will not do that. It should be luck. Because stamina equals endurance. Okay. So what should it be? What should be the number one stat? So strength will determine our intelligence, will determine our endurance, basically our hit points and so on. And then you've got agility and intelligence. So what do we want to be our main thing? So Caro says agility should be our main one. Rommel says strength should be our main one. Others. So I have a vote for agility and I have a vote for strength as our most important ones.
But do you also have the vote of confidence?
That's a good question. Not as of yet. Okay. Okay, agility and strength. We need any other votes, folks? We have agility and we have strength. Paxi says strength. So we have agility, strength.
Okay, to be fair, like last game, like we already played very fighty person.
Well, she was very intuitive, though. I mean,
yeah, that too.
She was terrible charisma. That was basically. So we have strength, and agility. So I have 2 for strength and 2 for agility. Okay, 3 for agility, 2 for strength. 3 for agility, 2 for strength. Tara, you can get a vote in on this if you want. We have 3 agility and 2 for strength as our top stat right now. Do you have agility, strength, and intelligence? Wait,
again, what is tying?
I'm sorry, so the 3 are agility,
yeah,
strength, and intelligence. And strength determines basically your endurance, your stamina. Yeah. And then agility, I think, is, pretty self-explanatory.
So are 2 of them tied?
Right now, agility is at 3, strength is at 2, and intelligence does not have a vote yet.
Well, I'm only gonna put in my vote if it's
tied.
Tie.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, it looks like we're going to go with agility. So agility will be a 9. Okay. Agility is a 9. Okay, now for the 8. For the second stat, chat, do we go with intelligence or strength? Intelligence or strength? Do we say strength because more people wanted strength? What do we want as our second highest stat? Intelligence or strength? So Caro says strength. Paxi says int. Rommel says strength. Nonstop says strength.
So the bestest thing about hobbits is that I can draw them with giant feet.
With no concern about perspective or scale. It's just like their feet are so big. Okay, strength, strength, strength.
What they lack in height, they make up for with the size of their feet.
There you go. Intelligence, it's a hobbit. Okay, so we've got 3 for strength, 2 for int. Okay, anybody else? Anyone else? She's a hope singer, not a hope smacker. My name is Laura Hope Smack. Okay. Strength equals luck. Well, sort of. I'm mainly voting for luck. No. That's not what that means, though. I'm putting luck there because I don't have an ability to put in my... I don't have an ability to change all of these statistic labels nonstop. So that's why I have that there to say that whatever the luck score is on this little sheet, that means strength. Because this was originally done for Fighting Fantasy game books, not for this game book. So this is not luck. This is going to be the stand-in for whatever our score is, for our strength score. Do you still think it's for luck? Okay.
So I changed my mind instead of the hat because she would have looked kind of like a gardener, which she's not. She's a stable girl. So
you changed it to like a... is that like a
bow thing.
A bow? Okay, cool.
Thingish. Like, something to keep the hair out of her face.
Got it.
Because she has a lot of hair going on.
A lot of hair. Okay. All right, it's going to look like strength is what looks like what it's going to win. Strength, strength. Okay, so strength is going to be an 8. And then 4 is our intelligence. So apparently we have not spent a whole lot of time as a stable hand developing our IQ. Apparently. We're not really, it's not really our bag, apparently, is what it seems like. Okay. Now, we have, let's see. So first of all, endurance. Your strength stat determines the endurance of your character. During combat, you will take damage due to shock, pain, bleeding, etc. If this damage exceeds your endurance, you will fall unconscious, pass out. Your endurance is equal to twice your strength stat plus 20. So our strength is 8, so that means 16 plus 20 is 36. So that is our stamina, 36. A very robust stable hand. Okay. Now, skills. Let's see. The following 8 skills affect your chances of accomplishing certain actions during your adventures. There is a melee offensive bonus skill. So we've got... Okay, we've got melee OB. We've got missile OB, which reflects our ability to attack using a missile, such as a thrown spear or a bow. Missile OB. We've got general skill, which is when directed to perform activities including climb, track, hunt, ride, and swim. So we've got general. We have got trickery. That's basically stealth. And it's not spelled with a K first, Greg. We've got perception. We already know about what that's all about. We've got magical skill. Running skill. I have a feeling we'll be using that a lot. And last but certainly not least...
Very anime today.
Wow, yeah. And then we've got... and we've got the defensive bonus. Okay, the DB skill. Alright. For each of these skills, we have a skill bonus, which we use when we attempt certain actions. When we start our character, we have a total of 6 +1 bonuses to assign to our skills. And let's see. In the skill bonus, you'll find a stat bonus column. Oh my god, what? Let's see. Oh, okay. So, so let's see. So we can assign +1 to any given skill, but no more than 3 to any one skill. So, in other words, basically what I need chat to decide here is... yeah, no, if it's anything like MERP, it's true. Okay, so what I need us to decide here is what are the things that we want to emphasize here. So we've got melee That's fighting hand-to-hand. Missile, that's like bows and slings, etc. General is like hunt, climb, fish, swim. It's like general skill. Trickery is stealth. Perception is being able to note things in the environment. Magical is our affinity for magical items and spells. Running is running away, obviously. And then defensive bonus is how much we're able to defend ourselves in combat. So of that list, chat, we have six total bonus points that need to be assigned, and we can assign up to 3 to one of these. So what I need people to tell me now is, what is the thing that they think is most important to assign bonuses to? I'm not going to ask for every single one because it would take forever. So what's the most important one that you want us to assign things to? Melee, missile, general, trickery, perception, magical, running, or defensive bonus. And I will let you know that agility is going to be benefiting missile, defensive bonus, running, and general. So right now, agility is our top stat, as we know, and that is going to be benefiting, again, missile, defensive bonus, running, and general. So with that kept in mind, and the strength, the only one that's benefited by strength is melee, for obvious reasons. The other stuff is intelligence. So with that in mind, what chat would you like to put our points to?
I would like to put the point to our chat.
To our chat. Wow, a lot of people are talking about general. I think this is a good call. I'm going to say, once we do with general, then I'm going to ask, assuming that's the case, I will take a couple more votes on that. And then assuming that's the case, I will then ask chat how many points to assign to general. So I'll talk about that in just a minute.
I think as a, premiere on these types of solutions that still haven't come up with Gamebook Tuesdays, I guess. Let's call them Gamebook Tuesdays.
Right.
On hashtag Gamebook Tuesdays, is that I'm actually gonna color in this one.
Ooh.
Because I
color. Chat. Let's check
I'm
that
not
out.
gonna color all the drawings in this, like this drawing, because I feel she is a simple enough design, so
wow,
it's not gonna take forever to do that.
Where's my Arvin E. Woe on this score, by the way? Where's my Arvin E. Woe? What's up, Coven Guy? Also, hey, Kerflop and Nonstop, I'd like you guys to check your whispers that I'm going to be sending you in just a second.
Ooh. Sending secret notes during class.
Here's how to take out TariToons from the cartooning world. No, not at all.
So you've only ever taught at university, right? Not at regular schools?
I have taught at regular schools, yeah. I taught at high school. I have, yes.
Ooh. So did you ever have that situation where somebody was passing notes around?
Yes, I did.
So
I nearly just walked over and smacked it out of their hand. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't do that.
So how did you deal with it?
I usually tried to talk to them about it after the class. Usually, it's not a good idea to embarrass them. If I had done that and they were doing it again, then I might, call them out. But I generally try to do it afterwards. And it didn't happen much, by the way. I'd like to think because my class was interesting. At least I hope so. I think I have... Okay.
Look at our little adventurous girl. She is small, but she will pick a fist fight with a Nazgul.
Okay.
Sorry.
And now one more that I want to send. And let's see, where are we? Okay, Kerflop. Where's my Kerflop at? Where's my Kerflop at? There's Kerflop.
mention that I really like drawing hobbits? Oh my god.
I
Oh, they're so much fun to draw because they're so small. I mean, there is a reason why Alora from Baldur's Gate is my favorite character from that series. So.
well, that makes sense. Okay, so Kerflop and Nonstop, did you guys get that? Nonstop, have you message received? I just want to make sure both of you have the message that I just sent. And there's a reason I'm doing this and taking time from it. Okay, is that cool? Nonstop, is that good? Okay, cool. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. Flop is the same way. All right, thank you very much. So, in that case...
I'm curious. What is this about?
You will see right now.
Boo.
It is my great pleasure to welcome the newest mod to the team. Last night we added Rock God to the mod team, and I have just added Coven Guy to the mod list as well. I was contacting a few people because there are a few other people that I'm also considering adding to the ranks soon. I don't want to overexpand the mod list too quickly, because I have so many supportive and wonderful people, but I wanted to just note that. So I wanted to congratulate Coven Guy, who has more than proved his worth to this channel and his connection and interest in it. And so I was just contacting a few other people as well. So congratulations, Coven. Thank you. And yes, I will add you also. And I just wanted to make sure that that I did that like with me actually on the stream. Yeah, exactly. Same thing with Echo knows of what I speak as well, for a variety of reasons. So this is yeah. I've talked to some. It's one of those things it also has to do with like availability and time for everybody as well. So and obviously the mods are an incredibly important part of the channel, but the reality is that the mods need to have a channel to mod in the first place, which means that there's a lot of people who are incredibly supportive of this channel, and that has been growing over time. So, but it's a combination of a variety of factors usually, but it has to do with availability, time coverage, and also on top of that, they need to be the type of people that sort of fit the community as well. And a lot of you, in fact, the overwhelming majority of you fit the community, but because of time commitments, things change around. So that's the deal. Yeah, exactly. And now you go through the strong hazing ritual of the other mods. No, that's not true. But anyway, so
like you actually started asking people if they want to be mods this time instead of just randomly announcing them without like hitting them.
No, I just announced it. I just made them one.
Oh, okay.
That tradition remains.
Not that I'm gonna be jealous of
No, that still remains the same way. So anyway, congratulations, Coven Guy. Thank you.
Remember that he just made me a mod one day, and I was like, how? I don't know how this works. Help.
Yep.
Yep.
I knew what I was doing. I was fully cognizant. Okay, let me.
No, first let me.
What?
I need to do a thing, or rather, chat needs to do a thing for me, and that is name an object, any object. In chat, please.
This music is awesome, by the way.
I know, right? Hey, not everybody at once.
Absolutely, Echo. And again, Echo, don't forget, this Saturday, as you know, D&D with viewers. I'm an object? Non-stop, dude. Really?
You can be the object in a sentence.
That's true. Yeah. That's true. For example, chat was trolling Arv. That makes me...
Okay, I'll go with a toast. I'll specifically make it, let's say strawberry jam toast. Thank you.
Okay, so congratulations,
I needed a color palette for my picture.
Okay, so, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, and Kerflop, let me know when you're back, and let me know that you make sure that you got that message that I just sent you. Okay, I'm an object of affection. Oh, that's sweet. I appreciate that. Okay, and I agree with that, Aaron's for the most part. Really anybody, not just a boy, I would say. Okay, now, let me back up here, and let's see what we said. So it looked like most people were in favor of general. Okay, so I'm going to ask chat, do you want me to add 3 to the general. So do you want me to add? Remember, you can add up to 3. Do you want me to add 1 bonus to general, 2 bonuses to general, or 3 bonuses to general? We have 6 total to distribute. So do we want to benefit? Do we want to add 1, 2, or 3 to general? And remember, general will affect climbing, tracking, hunting, riding, and swimming. Harlequin says 2. Aaron says 2. Two. I'm sensing a lot of 2. Ooh, nice. Yeah, your enhanced edition collector's edition this week. Nice. 2. Okay. Kerflop, did you get my message, my whisper that I just sent you, Kerflop? And are you cool with that? Obviously, just keep the content of it between us. Okay, cool. Just keep the content between us, but I wanted to let you know. And yeah. So thank you. Cool. All right. No, that's fine. That's fine. All right. So 2 it is. I like it. I like the way chat thinks. Okay. So for that stat bonus, that means that we're going to have 2, plus we get added to it as well, our stat bonus. So let's see. All right, let me see what the actual stat bonus would be. Each stat of 9 to 10 gives a bonus of +1. Oh, okay. Well, then the only thing we've got is the one thing anyway. So that's okay. So that means that we get a +1 to that. All right. So we have a total bonus then. In general, we have a total bonus of 3. 2 for assigned and 1 for the bonus that's coming from our agility. So we have got right now a 3. Lovely. Okay, that gives us 4 more to work with. Now, chat, what is the next one that we want to focus on? We have general. Now we've assigned that. So we have 4 bonus points left. Do we want to assign, which is the next thing we want to prioritize? Do we want to prioritize melee, missile, trickery, which is like stealth, perception, which is like, obviously like D&D, like seeing things in the environment, magical, which is like affinity with spells, running, which is GTFO, or the defensive bonus? What is the thing we want to privilege next? I actually really like this this stat system. It's a little more complex, but... All right, perception. Charm. Well, there's no real charm as such, Echo. I wish there was a charisma, but there really isn't.
Also, I don't think you can charm a Nazgul. I mean, you're welcome to try, but...
I love what you've done with your cloak. Thank you. It's I got it from Forever 21. Perception, or DB, or perception. Okay, that looks to me like perception. I guess you don't have any social stats, Caro. I guess we're just basically running around from the Nazgul. Maybe that's why. Okay, perception. It looks like that's what it is. All right, so perception. With perception, do we want to assign? We have 4 points. Do we want to assign 1, 2, or 3, which is the maximum that we can do, to perception? 1 point, 2 points, or 3 points to perception? Echo says 3. I seduced the Nazgul. Oh, you're too kind. To Mordor, I will take you. 3. Aaron says 2. 3. Oh, wow. Chat is very much... Wow, chat really wants perceptiveness. They're like, we want to be perceptive. Okay, that's actually a good call. I agree with all of you. I think that makes sense. So, perception, you'll be happy to know, is unfortunately is modified by intelligence. And because our intelligence is low, we get -1. So it's a good thing we added that. So our total bonus for perception is 2. Good stuff. All right, so that's 3. So we have 1 bonus point left. What are we going to assign our last bonus point to, folks? Are we going to assign it to melee, to missile, to trickery, which is stealth, magical, which is magic, running, which is running away, or our defensive bonus? What is our last point? Yeah, 1 does not mess with hope. Agree. What's our last one that we're going to do? Running, trickery, running. Got to speed run. You got to go fast. Yeah, exactly. That's actually a good point, Nonstop. This is about time, so... Okay, running. We've got trickery. Harlequin says magic. Looks like running is currently winning. Let's see. Running. We got 3 running and 2 trickery. Actually, I take that back. Trickery, trickery, trickery. I take that back. We have 3 running and 3 trickery. All right. Is anyone going to break this tie? It looks like it's either running or trickery. Harlequin, since it doesn't look like magic's going to win, do you want to change your vote to running or trickery to break that tie? Running or trickery? What should our last bonus go to? Trickery is stealth. Running is running. Trickery. Okay. So trickery it is, and that's going to give us 1 point plus, and we actually have -1 because that's based on intelligence, so that means that we're going to have a bonus, a total bonus in trickery of 0. Okay, let's fill in the rest. So melee is going to be, a stat bonus will give a bonus of 0. So melee, we've got 0 bonus. Missile, we have, is based on our agility, and so we're going to get 1 bonus for that. General is 3, trickery is 0, perception is 2. Magical is going to be based on intelligence, and so that's going to be -1. Running is going to be, there is no skill bonus associated with that. Oh, wait, I take that back. Running is going to be 0, is going to be based on 1 because of our agility, so we get 1 point out of that. And defensive bonus is going to be agility as well, so we get 1 point out of that. Good call on the agility, guys. It means that we only have -1 on magical, so we'll just say the hell with spells, right? The hell with all that business. Okay, so we're good to go. So we are pretty much ready to go, folks. So here's the thing you need to remember. Now, I want to show you for this. I'm loving the way this color is coming out, by the way, Terry. I'm going to show you this one. So I want to show you, folks, this map.
Oh, I also want to see. Wait. Check. Oh, a Hexfeld. Hexfield map.
It is a hex map, indeed. Okay. So, you can actually see... you know what? We're not there yet. So, because it's the Bridge of Stoneheart. Yeah. So, never mind side 2 yet. Or side 1. Let's go with side 2. Because we started Bree. So, okay. Here is the hex map. So, the way this works is that we will be moving on to these different hexes, and as we move on to these different hexes, you will be able to actually see us moving across the map, and it will affect the way that we do things. When we are told to move on, we can choose any of the spaces that are adjacent to the space we're in, and then I'll read the location text. So you can see that right now we start in Bree, which is over there. You can see that's actually hex 1D. We would be able to go to 1E, we'd be able to go up to 1C, 2C, 2D, 2E. So basically any of those hexes. And we're trying to, you'll see what our mission is in a minute. I'll explain it. So that's the deal with that. But here's the thing that's important. When we are moving on from one place to another, time will be associated with this as well. So we will also be keeping track of our time. And since this is going to be, we've got to get across to Warn the Shire as soon as possible, we will need to make sure that we are doing so as quickly as possible. Let me do that. Okay, cool. All right. Skill. It's time. So we'll need to make sure that we're going through as quickly as possible. All right, let's make the time. And we'll be keeping track of time. It'll be under the skills section. We'll be keeping track of time up there. So we want to make sure that we are getting across the map as fast as we can. However, we have to balance that with the need, first of all, to warn people in these various towns that we're going past. And we need to balance it against we need to balance it against, hold on a second. This is October 1st. The fact that you can sometimes find treasure which could help us in our quest. It could even help us to go faster in our quest. So in other words, we need to think both about speed, but we also need to think about not just missing things in the process of going. In other words, we don't want to be completionists, but we also don't want to be speedrunners. We've got to be somewhere in the middle of that. Because we've got to save the people as fast as possible, but we also have to let them, try to gather information that will be important for us as well. So
you have to gather information before venturing forth.
But you must gather your hobbit before venturing forth. Okay, so that's the deal with that map. All right. With that said, here we go, chat. So our character's name is Laura Hopesinger. She has a stamina of endurance, basically, of 36. She has a strength of 8. She has got an agility of 9 and intelligence of 4. She has melee OB offensive bonus of 0, missile offensive bonus of 1, general bonus of 3, trickery bonus of 0, perception bonus of 2, magical bonus of -1, running bonus of 1, defensive bonus of 1, and she is a stable hand in the land of Bree. Chat, my question is, are you hyped? Are you ready to save the Shire? Are you ready to save the Shire? All right, Echo is ready to save the Shire. That's definitely clear.
Ready yet? Give me more time.
Yep.
More
Hurry up,
color.
you gotta save the Shire. Okay, here we go.
Sticky.
All right, chat. Here comes the pain. No, I'm just kidding. Prologue. Why is the sound over? Oh,
Because the soundtrack is over.
Oh, let's play that again.
Oh, we can put on different music. I mean, there are plenty of Lord of the Rings video games.
Nah, I want to play this one again. We'll come back to it.
Okay.
But okay, here we go. Save the Shire. Let's do it. You have just finished your evening chores in the stables of the Prancing Pony Inn when a middle-aged hobbit approaches from the shadows. Come with me, young friend, he whispers, a finger to his lips, if you would help save the Shire. You want to ask questions. Who are you? What do you want? Why me? But he insists that you follow him silently. The hobbit leaves you on tiptoes through the courtyard of the 3-storied inn and into the kitchen. You hear voices raised in song, and the merry sound heartens you, although the troubling mystery of your little mission lingers. You sneak by the surly cook and peek into the parlor before entering the smoky room, a log fire blazing in the hearth, and wait. The hobbit points to a far corner of the room. Go and take a seat. Trust me. Puzzled but concerned, you follow the hairy-footed fellow's advice. You never talk to strangers. Familiar faces fill the room. Long-bearded dwarves gather on one bench near the fire, a husky bunch of Brelanders drink ale in a corner, and a trio of hobbits trade tall tales on stools near the door. At first you think they are the only folk in the room. Then your eyes adjust to the dim gray light and you see several strangers sitting alone, some of them looking at you. Finished your chores? Barlaam Butterbur inquires from behind you. You turn to face the stocky, bald man and nod. And run along! Don't scare off the customers with that look of yours! You turn and enter the parlor, taking a seat by yourself in one corner of the room. Suddenly a heavy hand falls on your shoulder. You look up and face a tall stranger wearing a rough cloak and muddy leather boots. Come, let's talk. Something in the man's speech leads you to trust him. The lean, clean-shaven stranger motions you to an empty bench near the fire and asks if you'll have some refreshment. Thirsty but a bit frightened, you shake your head. I sent for you because I am told you can be trusted to undertake a journey of the utmost importance, he says confidentially. The mission is dangerous and you must not fail. The very existence of the Shire may be at stake. Will you accept this burden to do or die? I will. The ease with which the words escape your mouth surprises even you. The stranger relaxes, stretching his long legs before him. Good. From his cloak he produces a long-stemmed pipe and a pouch of pipeweed. Lighting the pipe with a glowing twig from the fire, he puffs and surveys the room, the distinctive odor of nicotiana filling the air. I am an old friend of the hobbits of the Shire, who along with others call me Strider. I am a ranger. The woods are my home. Wide-eyed, you nod, having... I should have said, I am Robar Staunton, is what I should have said. You nod, having heard tales of the woodwise and good rangers. Strider leans forward to speak confidentially. Young friend, Black Riders are abroad. Have you heard of them? They were once great men whose lust for power enslaved them. They are now very powerful and deeply evil spirits, 9 in number. They threaten the very existence of the Shire. That is why I have called for you. You feel your heart pounding in your chest. Is it from excitement or fear? Strider goes on, taking a moment to glance around the room. You have a quick mind and a brave heart, I am told. Your intelligence isn't so hot, but I've heard good news about your endurance. You will need both. What you must do is leave tomorrow at daybreak to warn the Shire of the coming of the Dark Riders. The hobbits must prepare themselves for the worst. I would go myself, but I must wait here for the arrival of a very important visitor. The ranger pauses again, sizing up a bearded, swarthy stranger who slips into a seat near you and orders ale in a gruff foreign voice before asking for Bill Fernie. Foremost, ride to warn Hobbiton, Strider whispers, eyeing the man nearby, who has also lighted a pipe with suspicion. Warn Buckland, the Marish, and the Bridgefields if you can. Let them know in all the farthings of the Shire that the riders are on their way. Do not worry about those good folk east of the Brandywine. Rangers are warning them even as we talk. Travel as far as you can, as fast as you can, however your wits will carry you. Find a messenger at Tuckborough who can be trusted to get the words to the hobbits of Sackville and Michel Delving. You can trust the sheriffs of each farthing to help you if you convince them to believe you. You will know the sheriffs by the feathers in their caps. Leave at dawn. There's not another moment to waste. Here. Okay, now before I go on to the here, let me just write that down. So, we must warn Hobbiton, Buckland, the Marish, Bridgefields, and Tuckborough. Most of all, if we can. Okay, there we go. Right. There's not another moment to waste. Here. He hands you a small scroll in a pouch. You begin to open it, but Strider stops you. Open the pouch in the privacy of your room with the door bolted. You will find refreshment and medicinal herbs inside. The scroll is a map of the area. Study it before you leave Bree. Take this. He hands you a gleaming silver dagger in a sheath that hangs neatly from your belt. Oh, nice. It will protect you and tell my friends that you are indeed my messenger. Do not lose it. And remember, avoid crossing openly at the bridge. A black rider watches it at all hours. You cannot match his power. Agents of the Dark Forces watch the main roads too and the ferries both north and south. They may know of you already. As Strider pauses, again casting his steely gaze around the room, your blood runs cold. They're after me already, you think. Beware the roads and the woods, Strider goes on. Bandits and evil things prowl them in search of the likes of you. Servants of Sauron have stirred up the beasts and beings in the region. Be on guard in the Barrow Downs. Great treasure lies entombed there in the heart of that haunted land, but grave danger lurks there also. Grave, I see what you did. If you take that path, cross the downs as quickly as you can. If possible, I will send a ranger to watch over you part of the way. You will know him by the silver star on his cloak. Tom Bombadil in the Old Forest and Gildor's elves in the Green Hill country may help you. But for the most part, you are on your own. You tuck the scroll inside your tunic, put the dagger and sheath on your belt, and tie the pouch to it. There is one more matter, Strider adds in a whisper. When you return to your quarters, look under your bed. You will see a large sack. Take from the sack only one weapon, or take the chainmail. I can spare nothing else, and your journey requires that you travel light. Now go, the ranger urges you. I will see that no one follows. You leave the haze and warmth of the Prancing Pony's parlor tingling with excitement and exit into the cool, clear air of a starry night. You check the courtyard, seeing no one, and cross to the stables where your room is. Inside the stables, the hobbit courier waits for you. Don't fail us, he pleads. Be very careful. Trust no one unknown to you. The hobbit leaves without making a sound, disappearing into the shadows. Inside your room, you bolt the door, light a candle, and quickly scan the map. You see that your journey will take you 12 leagues west to the Brandywine River by the most direct route, and another 12 to Hobbiton if you make it that far in time. It seems impossible, but you must try. On the floor beneath your bed lie an empty backpack and a bag. You untie the string and open it. Inside you find a sword, a bow with 10 arrows, a mace, and a suit of light chain armor. So we choose one weapon or the chainmail, so we start with that first. Either one weapon or the chainmail. And it doesn't say, but I'm going to guess. Let me see. Actually, it does say. So chainmail adds +2 to our defensive bonus, but it takes away -2 from trickery, running, and magical bonuses. So I'm guessing we're not going to want to do the chainmail. Am I right about that, chat? Because chainmail is going to take away from our trickery and our running and our magical. So I'm guessing we shouldn't do that. So that means probably just a weapon. So do we take the bow, or do we take, let's see, we'll always have our dagger anyway. So do we take the bow, or do we take the sword? The sword will give us +1. The bow would give us, let's see, a bow can only be used in missile combat, never in melee combat. But obviously in missile combat, we're going to be pretty successful presumably because of our agility. So do you want to do the bow or you want to do the sword? We'll get the dagger regardless. So bow or sword basically is the question. Oh, and actually, we could also take a mace as well. A mace is +2 if the opponent is wearing chain or plate armor. If not, then the mace doesn't give us a benefit. So basically, sword gives us +1 in melee combat. A mace gives us +2 if the opponent is wearing chain or plate, but otherwise gives 0. Or the bow, which as I've talked about is just missile combat. Bow, are people on side with a... Are you on board with the bow? Let's see what it says about missile. Okay, let's see. Alright, sorry I'm not looking back at chat. I'm just trying to figure out what the deal is with this bow. Oh, okay. The bow is what allows us to do missile combat. Okay. So, without the bow, we wouldn't be able to do it. So, okay. So, we have got... So, we've got a bow and 10 arrows. And so, we'll be able to do that basically before the combat starts. If we're not surprised, we can fire off a missile weapon. And so that will be good. So assuming it looks like we're going with bow, so cool. All right. In addition to the bow, we also get 7 meals of lembas. So that'll be obviously provisions. 3 pieces of silver. In this case, silver is gold. 3 doses of a healing herb. When used, you pick a number and reduce your damage taken by that amount.
But Arv,
So, yeah.
it is not all gold that glitters.
It's true. All that
Yeah.
is gold is not glitter. Not all that sparkles is lost. Yep.
Yep. So how can you say that it is gold?
Agree. I know. It's true. I almost feel like I've been sucked in, seduced, if you will, by the.
Add 3 shadow points.
Exactly. 7 meals is not enough for one day, and you're right, Gabriel. I think that's accurate. Okay. So let me drop this down a little bit.
Look, I'm even doing shading for you guys because nothing has happened yet, really.
Yeah. Well, we're about to get started here. Pick a number.
No, also I think it will look nicer with shading. So there.
Okay. Let's see. And then we've got a silver dagger. And the map. Dagger, map, and healing herbs. Okay. Good. We are finally ready to go. All right, chat. Here we go. So, the adventure continues. It is now time to move on. Okay. So, the way that moving on works is that when we move on from one hex to another, we choose one of the spaces, so each time, so when you read the text section, you add this amount to your time total. You double the time figures when you move on in a random direction. So we start in, let me show you the thing that we start in. We're starting in hex 1D. So we're over in Bree, and you can see all the way to the right, you can see where 1D is, okay? We're starting there. And anytime we leave and move there, we add time onto our amount. And I'll list the time off when that actually happens, when we actually get there. But obviously, I can't read the time off before we get there. We can just sort of take a guess based on the location and stuff like that. So we have got, basically, we've got to try to warn people, according to our notes, we have to try to warn Hobbiton, which is all the way to the west, like on the other side of this map even. We have to warn Buckland, the Marish, the Bridgefields, and Tuckborough. So as you look at this, you can see that most of those places are over the Bridge of Stoneharrow. The Bridge of Stonebows, sorry. So we'll have to decide where we want to go. Do we want to go down to Bucklebury Ferry? Do we want to go up to the ferry to the top north? You can see 14A all the way to the top left of the map. Do we want to try to stick to the East Road? Do we want to go over the Barrow Downs? So it's up to you as to which way you want to go. I'll just read you the hex that we're on, and then we'll decide where we want to go. So you stand outside the Prancing Pony, wondering what kind of courage or foolhardiness has led you to undertake this perilous journey. In the soft shadows of the early morning, the familiar beaten track of the Great East Road appears suddenly ominous. Every strange face seems to follow you as you make your decision and head off on this most dangerous mission. Do you wish to buy provisions or move on? I'm going to guess we don't want to buy provisions because we just got provisions. So I'm going to guess that we're just moving on. So, where are we moving, chat? If you look to the northeast, you'll see that the northeast says Archet, which is basically this village to the northeast of Bree. If you move to the southeast, that's 1E. If you move to the southwest, that's 2E. Directly west along the road is 2D. And northwest is 2C. So do we want to go, basically, what direction do we want to go? And if there's a difference of opinion, actually, let me sort of post this up here, I think. Where should we move? Do we move to 1C? Do we move southeast? Do we move southwest? Do we move west? Do we move northwest? 2C. All right. Here we go. Where do we move? Where's the nearest place we need to warn? It's on the other side of the bridge. So we have to get over the bridge before we can warn all of the people we're supposed to warn. Everybody we're supposed to warn is on the west side. Yep. So there's the issue of, so the way I would look at it is we have to avoid avoiding the Barrow Downs makes sense on one level. On the other hand, presumably the forces of evil, Sauron is watching the road, would be my guess. So I don't know whether it's the smartest idea to stay on the road. On the other hand, the road is probably the fastest route. So we have to balance speed against our need not to be found by the Nazgul. And then, of course, there's also the Old Forest, where supposedly we were maybe going to get aid from Tom Bombadil. Once we get over to the bridge, Strider told us definitely don't take the bridge. So once we get close to that, we're probably going to have to head either, somewhere like to one of the ferries, either to the north or south, or we're going to have to just try to swim it, I guess. So that's something to keep in mind.
Ooh, there are ferries in this game.
Different kind of ferry, but yes. This character is great.
Thank you.
There is a little bit of that anime eye. The eyes fit the feet.
Oh, just like a little bit. A little bit of that anime eye.
I like the dramatic movement of the dress too, like the skirt. The movement, like the flowing in the wind type of thing with the apron.
She is ready for adventure, ready to punch a Nazgul in the face.
All right, so I will.
Ready to dab on the haters.
Oh God. Dab on the haters. I think if she did that, the Nazgul would just leave, and they're just like, "We will go back to Mordor. This place is not useful." Okay, so we've got 3 votes for Archet, and then we've got 1 vote each for West and Northwest. Okay, I'm going to last call this. Oh, nice, Gabriel. All right, we got a tie vote. So we've got Archit and we've got Northwest right now. So I need someone to break this tie. Please jump in and vote. If be a part of this. $ vote space and then the number of the one you'd want to go. Archit, the village to the northeast, is you can vote for that. You could vote for southeast, southwest, west, or northwest. It's a $ vote, Harlequin. $ vote space, and then the number. There you go. All right, going once. Going twice. All right. Northwest it is. Okay, so we're going to 2C. Okay, so please note, we are going up to 2C. You bend to check, so we move on, and give me just 1 second here. I have to check one thing about the time. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just a little confused about the... Okay, good. That's what I thought. All right. So, so we add 90 minutes to our time. So this is done in minutes. Okay. You bend to check for troll tracks in the heather and low grass that cover the rocky rolling hills but spot nothing. Mounds of barrows stretch westward. The wind snaps at your ears. Move on. Okay, so now we are in Hex 2C. You folks can see that we are in Hex 2C there. So now we have got 2B. We have got, which is northwest. So let me see. Where are we right now? We went to 2C, right? So, okay, so actually... We've got northeast is back in the forest in Chetwood. So
what was the name of our girl again?
Laura Hopesinger.
Laura Hopesinger. Oh yeah, that is.
Northwest is 2B. We can go directly west. That's 3C. We can go southwest, which is 2D. We can go southeast, which is... Or we can go east.
So, it is done.
Yay, that's Laura Hopesinger.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
I already feel good about this. So she's going, and I'm digging it. Okay, here we go, chat. Which direction are we going? Where should we move? Do we go northeast, northwest, west, southwest, southeast, or east with our awesome Laura Hopesinger?
While you guys do that, I'll be going for Little Hobbits. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. It's funny. Yeah, it's great. All right, we got one vote for West. We need more votes than that. Where are we going, folks? Are we going, again, are we going to the northeast? Are we going northwest, west, southwest, southeast, or east? And for those of you who don't know what we're doing, we're trying to get across the bridge to warn the people on the western side of the bridge. So we need to make speed to get over there, but we also need to make sure that if we pass by areas of people that need to be warned, we do that. And theoretically, if we get treasure, the treasure might help us in our quest, but we have to balance that out against the time it takes. We've already used 90 minutes, so yeah. All right, we got 2 votes for northeast and 2 votes for west. 3 votes for west.
Hello.
Welcome back.
You. Oh, my tea got cold. Sad.
Uh-oh. So northeast, northwest, or west. So it looks like west. I'm going to last call this. It looks like people want to go straight west, which seems logical. And we're going to close the poll. Okay, so we are going to go west. So we add 75 minutes to our time. So we are now up to 165 minutes. Okay. The northern knuckles of the Barrow Downs break up. So we're now in Hex 3C. Okay, you guys can see that on the map, 3C. The northern knuckles of the Barrow Downs break up, and for a while you face a clear, though up and down, path west toward the river. A few birds fly by, but otherwise only the wind breaks the silence. From a small hilltop you can make out the Great East Road a few miles south of you. Below and beyond you, a wagon slowly makes its way west along the road. This you can just tell me in chat, because it's an either-or chat. Do you want to observe the wagon close up or move on? Do we observe the wagon close up or do we move on? So we've got observe, move on, observe, move on. All right, so we have 2 observes and 2 move-ons. What's up, Second Obs? You're obviously going to observe. Observe, 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 observe. All right, we have people observing. Okay. Last call, last call. Last call on this observing.
So the only thing that happened so far is that we met Aragorn, right?
Right, and he sent us out, and we've traveled out of Bree, and now we're heading west. But you may get an opportunity here, because it looks like we're going to be observing, and this may be an opportunity for you, as you will see. Okay, it looks like you're going to observe. All right, so we are going to observe the wagon close up. Add 7 days. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. It's not that long. Okay. Time, 15 minutes. So we're going to add 15 minutes. As you watch from behind a bush, the wagon driver is joined by a dark rider upon a great black steed. They confer for a few moments, the man on horseback pointing to the hills in your direction. Then he races off down the road, heading west, as the wagon slowly rattles on. Do you wish to encounter the man in the wagon, not the person on the steed, the man in the wagon, or move on? All right, chat. Do you want to encounter the man in the wagon or move on? And you can just tell me this in chat again. It does, although if you are familiar with Lord of the Rings...
Sort of the what? Never heard of it.
There is a man that they meet.
Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys.
No. It is not that guy. Looks like everyone wants to move it. Second Obs, good to see you. We are playing a Hobbit called... Do you want to pop up your character just for a second, Terry?
Yeah, sure.
Just for a moment. We are playing this, Laura Hopesinger, who is a stable hand in the stable of Bree, and Strider has just told us that we need to warn the Shire of the arrival of the Nazgul, and so we have to get to the bridge, and then over the bridge, which is basically to the west of where you see on the map, to warn the people of Hobbiton and others. and the road is being watched, so we have to be careful about how we do it. So we have to balance speed along with the sort of need for stealth and care. And that's our character, Laura Hopesinger. That's who we're playing. Thanks, Terry. Okay, so it looks like we are moving on. The hell with the guy in the wagon, we say.
You're welcome.
Okay, so now
I get to draw.
you can
Beautiful
continue
Viggo
to draw
Mortensen.
a man in a wagon, I guess. I thought we might be encountering him, but I guess not. That's true, also through the woods. So, we were on 3C, I believe. So now we're going to go to... So here are your choices. Northeast, you can see on the map there, is 2B. Or not 2B. Northwest is 3B. Directly west is 4C. Southwest is 3D. 3D!
Yeah.
Southeast is 2D. And back to the east where we just came from is 2C. And overall, remember, we're trying to head west. So, chat, where should we move? Yeah, you know, I was so disappointed with the Hobbit movies, Gabriel. There were, I think the casting was pretty good. I like the casting of Bard, I like the casting of the dwarves, but it was 3 movies when it should never have been more than 2. The pacing was all off, and they basically made it feel like the Lord of the Rings 1.5. So they basically made it into let's get the band back together instead of doing its own different story, which is really what it is. So, I mean, I liked Bilbo's actor. I liked a lot of the casting. There were some good moments in it, but compared to The Lord of the Rings, it's just not up there, in my opinion. And I've also heard that from people who actually worked on the film as well. So there were some others who shared my uncertainty about it. Ah, thank you, Echo. It would be an honor to be just one of the... It's funny. In my Lord of the Rings class, my students yesterday were talking about Legolas as I came in, and they were just like, you know, Legolas is the best character, and they were like, well, he's basically that elf. And everyone's like, yeah, that elf. So at a certain point, I'm like, what does it mean to be that elf? And they're like, well, you know, like, he's the elf that matters. You know, he's that elf. And so we kind of made this, it was a joke the whole class about, like, is that Hobbit? That's that Nazgul. That's that Gollum. That's that. So he was that elf, apparently. All right, chat, let's get those votes in. We only have 2 votes so far. Where are we going? Are we going northwest? Are we going west? Are we going southwest? You folks can see the map for yourself. Again, the road is faster, but there's also the danger that it's being watched. And you just saw the Black Rider a second ago that basically was, you know, looking for us on the road. So we have to balance those things out. Right now it says we have a pretty clear road to the river, but up and down. So if you want to go direct west on the sort of plains where we are right now or whatever, that would be doable. So it's up to you.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So, when does this book take place exactly?
Shortly before the War of the Ring. In fact, I would say probably several months before Frodo, maybe only a month before Frodo arrives at Bree.
So, my boy Aragorn wouldn't have his brooch.
No, and he also, obviously, the sword would not yet have been reforged.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna draw the sword. So.
Also, his beard would have only little flecks of... I'm just... Damn it, Arm.
No, he only gets a full beard later. Sad.
It's true.
It was so funny, like, back in school, like, you know, back when the movies came out, it was like... I don't know if you can relate, like, maybe you saw that among your students back then. But, like, was, like, really clear, like, what kind of taste, like, every girl my age had based on who their favorite character from the Lord of the Rings movies was. It was, like, all the girls loved Legolas, and then I was there with my boy Aragorn, you know?
I did know a good number of people, though, that were, like, they were very into Aragorn. In fact, Miranda Otto, who played Éowyn, did an interview, and she herself said, I defy you not to fall in love with this man. Like,
I saw that interview, yeah.
You know? Like, He was a badass. I mean, like, there's just no doubt. Okay, so chat, we have a 3-way tie. I need someone to break this tie. Either someone needs to jump in with a vote who hasn't yet voted, or I need someone to change their vote. We've got 2 votes for Northwest, 2 votes for West, 2 votes for Southwest. I'm glad you're all thinking West. That's a good call. But I need someone to break this tie. So, all right. Going West, going once. I'm going to last call that, going once, going twice, and closed. Okay, we are heading west to 4C. Time for us to move on. Okay.
But yeah, like, I think, oh god, when...
There were definitely students in my class yesterday who were just saying, like, he's the most beautiful man on earth. You know, like, there were a lot of people that were...
About Viggo Mortensen?
About Legolas. No, about Legolas.
Okay.
But
no,
there were
like
still...
back then, like, everybody, like, at least, like, my age back then. You know, I don't know what age high school kids you taught.
I taught, when I was student teaching, I taught a little bit in every level, but most of my time was spent with 9 through 12 graders. So, like, you know, for basically 13 through 17, 14 through 18, something like that. And then college, obviously. So 19 and up. Good stuff, Gabriel, yeah. Okay. So, oh my god, what did we just say we were doing? Oh, we're going to 4C, yes. This is another 60 minutes.
Talking about how beautiful Viggo Mortensen is.
I know, I know. I don't know why I would not just want to continue to do that. The stark, rocky land rolls on before you, undulating toward the horizon. From atop a hillock, you spy the wide road running east and west just a few miles south of where you are. You could travel faster along the road, maybe even hitch a ride with someone, but you might also meet the bandits who prey on the likes of you, a callow youth so far from home. Callow youth. All right, folks, so we're moving on again. So... What? I'm sorry?
What does callow mean?
It means basically green, rookie, you know, like not used to... Not experienced, basically.
I see.
Okay, so we've got... 3B is northeast. We have got northwest is 4B. West is 5C. Southwest is 4D. Southeast is 3D. And directly east where we just came from is 3C. All right. All right, there we go. Please get your votes in, folks. Where are we going? We are now, again, we are on the hex of 4C. So you can see we're right in the middle of the map, and we're continuing to make our things move forward. Zach, I like that. Here's all, knows all. Yeah, my personal favorite, I mean, I've always loved all of the characters, as you might expect from Lord of the Rings. And they just have a very special place in my heart all the way around. But I have to say that my favorite character probably is Aragorn. Just because I've always appreciated a guy who kind of is uncertain about his blood, like his own bloodline. Thank you, Aradinel. What's up, man? Thank you for the resub at tier 2. Aw, thanks, dude. I appreciate it. Also, $ vote 2. You might have to do that separately. Thanks, Aradinel. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Good to see you, by the way. So I've always appreciated someone who has these sort of doubts and yet manages anyway to kind of move forward. He just was a character that I always kind of really identified with. Although I have to say that I also liked Faramir a lot. Like, I thought if I was a character, if I wasn't going to be Aragorn, Faramir would have been my thing. Like, so many great lines, like, you know, I do not love the sword for its sharpness or the arrow for the swiftness of its flight. I love them only for what they defend, wisdom, knowledge. I'm like, yeah, that's right. I really, really liked Faramir as a character also. So, I mean, there's so many great characters, but those are the two personally, if I'm like, I would want to be in Lord of the Rings as a character, it would be either Aragorn or Faramir.
Really? You really want to be Faramir?
He's awesome.
Yeah, but like, nobody would want to be in his role. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
like,
because of the thing,
poor
because
guy,
of
like,
daddy
oh my
issues,
God.
you mean?
Yeah, I mean, daddy issues is like a bit of an understatement.
Well, that's true, but
Yeah.
but you know what though? I mean, like but that's what makes him so inspiring in a way, and is that despite this crap that Denethor does, he somehow, fights on anyway, and plus he gets married to Eowyn at the end, and let's not, let's not undervalue that, all right?
Granted.
Still, for my money.
To be honest, Eowyn should have been with Mary. And anybody who disagrees is my enemy.
The love triangle. Oh God, or like the love triangle in the Hobbit films, even with the ridiculous Fili and woman elf added.
Okay, but like for that to be a love triangle in the Lord of the Rings movies, like the romance between Eowyn and Faramir should have actually been in the movies, which really wasn't.
Right. There was a little bit, but not to the same degree.
They were standing next to each other in the last scene.
Yeah.
That was it. It was like.
That would have been good to have in the director's cut. Like adding more of that stuff.
Well, I mean, they did. The extended edition, but like they did add more stuff, but not in the theatrical release. And
yeah, theatrical. Oh no, that's true actually. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, well that's fine. So you got it covered with the director's cut, the extended edition or whatever. Yeah, what about you, Terry? So who would be your character that you would want to, if you were the character in Lord of the Rings?
Ooh, oh, let me think about that.
She would clearly.
I mean, like just like by like how cool I think a character is.
Barlam and Butterbur because of butter cheese.
Sure. No. I have like so many favorite characters. Just like I have gone in my life through phases where I liked certain characters the most.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know as a little kid, like 10, 11 years old when I read The Hobbit, like Balin and Gandalf were always my favorites.
Those are great.
Yeah. Then, after I saw the Lord of the Rings, after I saw the first movie, I was like, yeah, Gandalf still. Yeah, I think Gandalf.
Gandalf, he's badass.
Yeah, maybe. Like, I mean, Eowyn is also up there, and Gimli, of course. Gimli's my boy.
Gimli.
Yeah. Like, I wouldn't want to be Eowyn because, oh my god, her poor girl. Wouldn't want to be in her shoes.
Yeah, that's true.
That's rough.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. Well, welcome in, Gabriel, and you came to the right place. If you if you enjoy and are yourself an artist, you've come to the right spot. Cool. I would definitely be a hobbit. I like my food and cooking. I hear that.
Oh, yeah,
okay,
that's
Northwest.
like also a thing. I would probably want to be Pippin, not because I think Pippin is awesome, but because then Merry would be my bro.
Oh,
and I love Merry.
Mary's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, Merry is the best. Like, sorry, but a hugely underestimated character. Underrated character.
Absolutely, and very underrated even in the book itself in terms of what people think about him. Okay, so we move on to 4B, which means we add another 60 minutes. So I want to point out that we are already up to 5 hours, which is, we're making good progress, but it definitely just shows you how time goes. Okay, so we are in 4B now. From the top of a hillock, you can see for miles in all directions. You detect no movement, only a large and solitary blackbird wings its way above the windswept, rugged earth. The bird circles above as if watching for your whereabouts. Will you call to the circling bird or move on? You can tell me this in chat, everybody. Do you call to the circling bird or move on? Call the birds.
I'm not doing him justice. I'm sorry, internet. I'm sorry, world.
Well, you haven't completed it yet, so until that happens, you can say it's still a rough cut. Move on. The bird is probably a spy. So we call to the bird or move on. Echo says call. Croy says move on. Ardnell says call. Caro says don't draw its attention, so move on. So I got 2 call, 2 move. You got to move it. 3 move, 2 call. 3 move, 2 call. All right. I'm going to last call this. 4 move, 2 call. Is it big enough? It's definitely not big enough to carry us. These are not the Eagles.
Oh, boo.
4 move, 2 call. The Eagles! The Eagles are coming! 4 move, 3 call. Move on. Okay, 5 move, 3 call. 5 move, 3 call.
They are
Yeah.
like they should have totally flown on the eagles into Mordor.
Oh yeah, I never
From
thought of
the
that.
tree.
That's how that would have solved
Right,
everything.
right. Huge plot hole.
Oh man.
Huge plot hole.
I always love how that plot hole immediately closes when you're like, do you know how they encounter the Nazgul later? Like how? They're on wings. They're in the air. They have a Nazgul Air Force. That's why you can't send the Eagles into, like... Oh, man. They're like, oh, really? I'm like, yeah, there's a whole chapter where Gollum and the hobbits, Sam and Frodo, spend most of their time on the ground trying to hide under bushes because the Nazgul are on patrol in the air above.
Yeah, and also, like, even just judging by the movies, it's like one of the main reasons, like, why these movies still hold up visually so well after all this time, and like current day movies, like, really stink against it. Like, just like the way the oh god, what are they even called? These weird dragony things they ride on.
Oh gosh, I honestly don't remember the name of the actual bird itself.
The bird? No, they're like.
No, they're birds.
Viper.
They're well, I mean they're like reptile, like pterodactyl type things, but they are winged creatures. Yeah, they're kind of like wyverns, but they don't have like poison tails or anything.
But yeah, those things, like those look amazing in the movies.
Yeah, they
do. Still absolutely look at them today.
They totally do. Yeah.
Like,
it's actually amazing how much of the movie special effect wise holds up. Like it.
Yeah, right.
You know, for
like the Hobbit just looks awful against it, which is like double sad. You know.
Right, and those movies came out and like oh god, the barrel thing, like them riding the barrels. It
was one of my favorite scenes in the book, and they completely butchered it.
Yep. Yep. I'm telling you, they make it into Lord of the Rings 1.5. It was really the problem. Okay, so we are moving on. Oh, sorry, you decided not to call, so we're going to move on. Great. Okay. So if we're going to move on, then we have a choice. If we're going to go to the northeast, that means that we're going to go to 4A. If we are going to go to the northwest, that means we're going to go to 5A. Please note that if you go to the northwest, it looks like you're going into some hills and wooded area up there. If you're going to go directly west, same deal. We're going to be going into like hills and wooded area. And then southwest is going to be 5C. Southeast is going to be 4C. And directly east where we came from is going to be 3B. And there we go. All right, and now we're going to switch over to... let's go with Lord of the Rings 2 Towers game OST. So the Lord of the Rings 2 Towers game OST.
Yes, sir.
Now, that's assuming... There we go.
So, Battle for Middle-earth 2 soundtrack.
Yeah, I'm looking at the... I thought... They don't seem to have any, like, full OST.
How about Shadow of Mordor, Oz?
Sure, that's fine.
Sure.
Shadow of Mordor OST.
Or Dior, I can type.
There it is. Shadow of Mordor full original soundtrack. Nice. Okay. Oh crap! I forgot to reset. Wait. Sorry. I forgot that I didn't reset it. Sorry. I would never be able to understand that. I apologize to everyone unreservedly. I forgot to reset it. Let's try that again. Open the poll. Okay. Go ahead and restart. My bad. Sorry. So again, same exact thing. You're at right now. We're at 4B. So you can put in your votes now, and it will be correct. Sorry about that. I got too occupied in trying to find a soundtrack. Yep. Well, can't take me anywhere.
Bad host.
Yep. Look, I mean, I haven't been doing the streaming thing for very long, all right, Terry? I mean, like, I just, you know. I actually found out that my official date that I became an affiliate was July of 2017. So I've been an affiliate now for 2 years and a little over 2 months.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I did not know that. But...
Nice to.
Oh, look at that. They're very like...
God, now I just got flashbacks of that really odd Lord of the Rings doujinshi I read like back when I was a teenager. I think I told you about that once.
I don't remember it.
Basically it was about shipping Legolas and Aragorn and like taking place after the books.
Oh.
And it was like, oh, so Arwen had some sickness and she died. So now these two can be together because they were always meant to be together. And there's this whole plot about how Grima's Wormtongue like uses a spell to disguise himself as Haldir, and then it's like, yeah, I've been alive all the time, the entire time. All is good, all is fine.
Wow.
And there's a scene where Arwen's ghost shows up and smiles upon Aragorn and Legolas being together.
I approve of this, basically. Like, this is good.
It's like...
That's funny. Well, thank you, Hilness, for the resub. 27 months. Hello from the other side of the world. Are you back down in Australia, Hilness? Are you back down under? Are you back in Sod's neck of the woods again? Fan fictions often go places people's minds were never meant to go. Mm-hmm. Gives a whole new meaning to what do your elf eyes see, Legolas. You're near Melbourne. Nice, man. How long are you going to be there? Okay, so looks going once, going twice. I think I already last called this. Okay, we're going directly west to 5B. So we are now in 5B. 120 minutes, so we're up to 420 minutes. You pause to rest in the shade of a small stand of leafy trees. You hear the sound of cracking twigs and stand to look around. Will you follow the sound to its source, or will you move on? Will you follow the sound to its source, or will you move on? 3 weeks. Oh, nice. So this you can just tell me in chat. Follow, 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 follow. This is an adventure. Okay.
Like this picture is just like the tonal and style opposite of the previous picture I drew. Oof.
Yeah, this is very much like
inconsistent episode.
Which kind of fits, like, right? Because he's just kind of like, yes, Laura Hope Singer, only you can do what I need you to do mysteriously.
Mm-hmm. He kind of started out as a natural orc, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, very much so. Unfollow, follow quietly. Let's see if you observe something, move on. Okay, so we got move on, but otherwise everybody's in favor of follow. Okay. It looks like chat has decided they are going to move onwards. All right, chat, here we go. A huge green... It's 5 minutes, by the way. A huge green and brown diamond-backed snake slithers toward you in the grass, hissing ominously. As if under the control of some guiding power, the snake glides toward your feet and pauses to strike. Will you fight the snake or try to run away? Are we going to fight the snake or try to run away, chat? Run away. Fight.
Run away, run away.
Run away, run away. Run away, run away.
Brave, 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 Sir Robin.
So we have 2 fights, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 runs, 3 fights. 4 runs, 3 fights. This is very important. This music is pretty funny for this. Snake! Okay, run. All right, you're going to last call this. Last call, last call. We have that running bonus. We do have a running bonus. All right. It looks like we are going to run away. Caro, I would like you, please, to pick a number. So you're going to roll 2d6, and we're going to add 1 to it for our running bonus. So 2d6, add 1. Six in total. Okay. So you run wildly, the snake hissing at your heels. He won't quit. You must turn and fight. He bites you. Increase your damage taken by 2. Well, damn it. All right.
Damage.
We must fight this thing. Okay, now... let's see. So we can... It looks to me like we can fire a missile weapon. So the way that something works, the way that it works here is for fighting. Let's see. You may make a missile attack. Let's see. If able. And let's see. As resolved in the basic system. Okay, we're going to subtract his defensive bonus from our melee offensive bonus and pick a number. Okay, so he has got a DB of 3. And he's got endurance of 8. So endurance of 8. 7, 8. He's got a -1 for his skill. And he has a defensive bonus of 3. So what we are going to do is we're going to subtract our missile offensive bonus, which is 1. We're going to subtract his defensive bonus, which is 3. And that means that we've got a -2. So we are going to pick a number, and we're going to use that -2. There's a little chart, which I'm going to read off to you. I'm not going to try to reproduce it here because it doesn't matter. So we have a -2. We want to definitely roll high. So we want to roll high for sure. So we have a -2, and we're going to roll as high as possible, and we get to add... Actually, we don't get to add anything because that's not how it works. So we just subtract from the offense bonus. So -2, we pick a number. So roll high. Sounds like Star Trek, Star Wars. Okay. 8. All right. So with an 8, we are going to do 2 points of damage to that creature. So it's down to 6 stamina. Now it's on top of us, and now we have to fight it with melee. So now, as we are fighting with melee, we attack it, it attacks us. So we got an extra attack in because of our missile bonus. So we are going to take our melee bonus, which is 0, and we're going to subtract his defensive bonus, which is 3. So we're dealing with -3. So we go ahead and pick another number. There might be a Twitch die spot. I don't actually know, Croy, but yeah. Can we summon Mr. Jackson? Call him Mr. Jackson. So again, high numbers if we can, Kara. That's what we're looking for here. Nine. That's a good one. Okay, 2 more damage. All right, so he's down to 4. Now he is going to attack us. So we have a defensive bonus of 1. His offensive bonus is -1. So, let's see. So that basically means... So he's got -2 if I did that properly. -2 that he's got, and now he's going to roll 2. And he gets a 2. Wow. He completely misses us. That was nice. I dig that. Okay, now it is our turn. All right. So now our turn. So now again, you're going to pick a number, Caro. We have got -3 against him. He's only got 4 stamina left. 11. Wow, we do 6 points of damage and just annihilate the snake. We didn't even take in any extra damage. We won the fight. That's what I'm talking about. Awesome. The snake lies dead at your feet. You check his fangs, which are 2 inches long and curved. shaking your head, you wipe off your weapon. Okay. If the snake gave you any damage... Uh-oh. Yeah, he kind of did. Turn to 385.
It is poison.
You feel weak and feverish. The snake must have been poisonous. If you have a healing herb, apply it now and it will neutralize the poison. All right, we have one. You had to use up a healing herb, but we're no longer poisoned. All right. And now we get to move on. Man, that was tough. Venomous.
You mean venomous? Yeah,
it says the snake must have been poisonous. That's what it says.
We ate the snake.
Snake must have been venomous. That's what happened. All right. So we're now going to move on. So we are right now, we are at 5B. So now the question is, good work on this one, everybody. Okay, so now the question is, where are we going to move? So we're at 5B. So if we go northeast, we can go to 5A. Northwest is 6A. Let's see. Directly west is 6B. Southwest is 6C. Southeast is 5C. And back the way we came would be 4B. So... there we go. Where are we going to move? As we continue to make our way.
Can you imagine what the movies would have been like if they didn't get Viggo Mortensen to play Aragorn?
He wasn't, he wasn't the original choice either.
I know.
And he
like
just
they cast him like literally a day before filming started.
And he showed up and he got off the plane and his first scene was at Weathertop. Like how pro is that? It's like, all right, let's start out by having you fight 5 Nazgul.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And his son, pretty much, he had told his son about it, and his son was like, you have to take that role. Because his son was like, can you imagine? Yeah, my dad's Aragorn. So...
yeah. How to become the most popular kid in school overnight.
You said it. You said it. He read the books on his way. Yeah, he did. I mean, he did an amazing job. Mortensen did. It's amazing how perfectly he fit that role.
Yeah. Who did they want to play him originally again?
That's a good question.
Played by originally.
I keep in my head. I keep thinking Sean Connery, and that can't possibly be right.
No.
So.
Can you imagine Sean Connery as Gandalf? So.
That would. Yeah, that's right. That's who it was. That's right. Stuart Townsend. It was going to be Stuart Townsend, but Jackson thought he was too young for the role.
I don't know that person.
Yeah.
Though granted, I probably wouldn't know who Viggo Mortensen is if he wouldn't have been Aragorn. Like, I think I've only seen one other movie he's in.
Well, I remember Aragorn in Ralph Bakshi's animated version, yeah. Yep, in The Hunt for Gollum. Okay, put Stuart Townsend. Oh, he was, Stuart Townsend was in, Stuart Townsend was Dorian Gray in the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen film.
Oh, yes.
And was also in Queen of the Damned, but I never saw that. Let's stop the line court. Interesting. Mortensen's portrayal of Aragorn won him the title of 15th greatest movie characters of all time by Empire.
Oh god, now Arf is distracted again. Back to the game.
No, I know. Not Queen of the Damned. Okay, see you, Croy. Enjoy the game. We will hope the chat will stay alive. Okay, so it looks like we're going west. Sounds like a plan. All right, 6B. Okay, another 120 minutes, so we're up to 570 minutes. Okay. 6B. The unbroken hills yield to a stand of poplars and a pond. You pause to slake your thirst, noticing a large cave entrance hidden behind trees and shrubs. Will you explore the cave or move on? Oh, you're also from Denmark? Nice, Gabriel. We don't know nonstop, just that we're trying to do it, relatively speaking, as quickly as possible before the Nazgul attack. So it's not clear when that's going to be. Doesn't say. So in the chat, what is it going to be, folks? Do we, in the chat, are we going to explore it or are we going to move on?
Oh, now I have Koning Hans, or what the name of that song by Tyr was, stuck in my head again.
I don't even know what that is.
It's a folk metal song where they sing about Denmark. So.
Okay. Move on, important mission. Move on, caves are filled with things that bite. Arendt and Echo say explore. Gabriel says explore. So 3 explorers. Caro, Hilness, and Second Ob say move on. All right. 3 explorers, 3 move-ons. 2 more explorers, Kerflop and Dragonspear. As New 52 Batman says, there's only the mission. Okay, it looks like the chat is in favor of exploring. We will last call this. Aradinel says explore. Last call, last call. All right. Explore it is. You were immediately destroyed. No, I just made that up. Okay. You observe an orc emerging from the deep shadows of a cave, sniffing around before he wanders off. Will you explore the orc cave? And it took 10 minutes, by the way. Do we explore the orc cave? Do we remain in hiding and observe? Or do we move on? Going well, Coven, so far. So what have we got? Do you explore the orc cave, remain in hiding and observe, or move on? Why is it always orcs? So explore the orc cave, remaining hiding, observe, or move on. Coven says hide. Hilna says hide. Gabriel says move on. Aaron says move on. Caro says hide. Ghost says flirt. That is not an option, Ghost of Christmas Future. Flirt with the orc is not an option. Hide, 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 hide. So we've got 5 hides. We've got 2 move-ons and 1 illegitimate flirt. You also cannot say hi to the orc. Can we go back to the office and file?
Railroading!
I thought that's what everyone was saying. Poke it with a stick. Poke it with a stick? Alright, I'm going to last call this. Going once. Going twice.
This drawing is taking too long.
What?
This drawing is taking too long, and also my English is really bad today. Oh my god.
Well, you had to. You're just trying to do right by Aragorn. I don't blame you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, because he's kind of looking into your soul, like, don't mess up my drawing. You know.
Uh-oh.
All right, we're going to hide. So, that's going to be another 5 minutes. Another orc emerges from the mouth of the cave. He sniffs the air suspiciously. Caro, I need you to pick a number, and we're going to add our trickery bonus, which is 0. So you're just going to be basically picking a number. Ask about the orc's relationship with his mother.
Oh my god, you guys don't know that, but before the stream, we were talking about Freud. So,
yep.
That's a nice
Very
callback.
appropriate.
Very appropriate, yes.
A 7, which is just enough, Caro. The orc fails to notice you and disappears into the cave. All right, are we going to explore the cave? Now that we know what's in it, are we going to explore the cave or move on, chat?
Arf. My tea is empty.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. You know who doesn't care? Aragorn.
That's not true. He would care. Aragorn is the type of person who cares.
He's looking at you like Aragorn looked grimly. Your tea is empty. So such are all the shadows of these dark times. Oh, man. Yes, Terry is from Germany. From
Hello.
Deutschland.
Deutsch.
Move.
No, there was never anything funnier to me than Americans trying to speak German. It's amazing. Like, specifically American English. Like that accent combined with the German language. It's hilarious.
So, like,
No
just
other accent is this funny.
Deutschland?
Deutschland.
Deutschland?
Deutschland. It would be Deutschland
Deutschland.
if there would be 2 dots above the A.
Deutschland.
There aren't.
It wouldn't be Deutschlunde. Would it be, like, not overdoing it? Deutschlunde!
Nee.
Sounds vaguely
What
Scottish.
was the Danish name for Germany again? Like, I forgot, because it was something funny too.
What is the Danish name for Germany?
Yeah, because we have Danes in the...
Yeah, Gabriel, what's the Danish word for Germany?
I forgot. Like, because I've learned last year when I went to Denmark, but I forgot again.
Okay, so we have move, explore. Move 3 moves, 1 explore. 3 moves, 1 explore. 3 moves, 2 explore. It's Tyskland?
Oh, yeah, of course. Which is, like, technically the same word. Like, it has the same root, but, like, it developed in a different direction, so
But is it like
different.
tisk? Like, oh man, I can't believe.
I guess it's pronounced Tyskland,
Okay.
I guess.
So
Like, I don't have a grasp at all of the Danish pronunciations of things, except for that allegedly it sounds like you have a potato stuck in each of your cheeks. So it should be...
That's funny. So, all right, we got...
Allegedly, that's a stereotype anyway.
Potatoes knew that. So we got 3 moves, 2 explores. Are we going to explore it? I say ignore it. Okay, 4 moves, 2 explores. I'm going to last call this. Going once.
Like, the only Danish word I can pronounce is smørrebrød. But...
Smørrebrød?
Smørrebrød. It's a sandwich.
Smørrebrød?
Smørrebrød.
Smørrebrød.
Smørre?
Smør.
Smørre.
Just a whoopee. Smør. Okay,
I know,
Cave
like
Runner.
that's why Americans trying to talk German sounds so funny, because you can't roll the R.
That's 100% true. I cannot roll R's. Oh man. Yeah, it sounds like.
We have so many R sounds in German, so yeah.
Smørrebrød. Oh man. Smørrebrød.
to
If I were
read
just
that.
going to do that the straight, like paying no attention to any kind of accent, it'd just be smørbroad, which would be terrible. Smagelbread, yeah. Smagelbread. Okay, so we're moving on. All right, chat. And by the way, as a quick note, this will be Terry's last drawing because we're going to go for about another 15 minutes or so.
Oh God, I
So-
need to hurry the fuck up.
So that's the deal with that. My great grandfather was German and swore in German all the time. Yeah, I just have never. My mother, I was never able to roll R's. I end up sounding stupid, like I'm doing from the Alien and Enemy Mine, like Locktar. Like that's the best I can do. I can't.
Just channel your inner pirate.
Arr. I could do like, arr, but it's not the
Or
same
your
thing.
inner Scotsman. That also works.
The speakers. I can sort of do that.
Aragorn. Aragorn.
Aragorn.
Now you sound Dutch. Oh my God.
Aragorn. I have a speech impediment, meaning I can't roll R's either, and I'm from Konya, where it's even more pronounced than in other parts of Germany.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so we are
Franken.
currently at 6B, so we're going to be moving on, chat, by the will of chat. So northeast, which is up to the right, of course, is hex 6A. If we're going northwest, that's 7A. If we want to go directly west, that's 7B. If we want to go southwest, that's 7C. And if we want to go southeast, that's 6C. And back the way we came would be 5B. So, there we go. Wait, what? Close pull. All right, here we go. Where should we go? But this map system is interesting because it, you can sort of, you're able to see the terrain on the map, and it gives you a sense of what you're looking at. Okay, sounds good, Elmas.
Oh, I haven't told you yet. I now know definitely that I'm getting a cat.
Oh,
Yeah,
congratulations.
like last time I told you, like, I wasn't sure if I'm gonna get it. Like, I was like, yeah, I want this cat, but couldn't give me the guarantee yet, but now I know I was allowed to name her officially this weekend.
Oh, nice.
Her name is Lorelei now.
Her name is Lorelei.
Lorelei. There's the R again.
Lorelei. Lorelei.
Lorelei.
Lorelei. Okay.
Lorelei.
Lorelei. What does she look like?
Mermaid.
What does she look like?
Mermaid from German folklore.
Okay.
Okay, if you don't know about her.
No. I actually do think I've heard that name before, although not pronounced quite that way.
Oh yeah, there are like different ways to pronounce it. I think the English pronunciation would be Lorelei.
Lorelei, and yeah. Lorelei. So what? So what is she? Do you know what she looks like?
Ooh, oh, my cat.
Yeah.
Oh, she is. I think it's. Oh, we call it the luck cat in German. I think the English name is calico, like when they have multiple colors.
Okay. Calico. Yeah, calico cat.
Yeah, she has like base coat is white.
Okay.
And then with like beige, like pale orange and gray spots.
Oh.
Yeah, she's really pretty.
Oh, that's awesome.
She kind of has like, if she would be like shiny, then she would look like a pearl basically. That's why I wanted to name her after a mermaid.
So obviously we'll be seeing her starting next Tuesday, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, no, like in 3 to 4 weeks I'm gonna get her.
Oh, okay. Because when that happens, we need to make sure we need to notify everyone immediately so that we get immediately 50 more people per stream just to watch her. Because cat cam. Okay, so I'm gonna last call this. So it looks like most people are heading back southwest. It's interesting, mostly because I think people want to get the hell out of the hills. Is my impression of this. The hell out of the hills and stay close to the road. All right, going once. Why not a bird? Because of the screaming. Yeah, GOG Kitten Cam Marathon incoming, right, Esther? Exactly. Okay, and...
If I'm gonna get, like, free games, then I'm up for that.
Yeah, I mean, listen, that's... Those who can't roll R's is the Dutch word for green, groen. It's pronounced phlegm.
Groen.
R-roll. What?
Groen is how you pronounce that.
Do it again.
Groen.
Groen?
Groen.
Groen? That's...
Groen.
Groen?
No. It's like the sound in Loch, like Loch Ness.
Yeah.
And then oon.
Groen?
Groen.
Groen.
Groen. Yeah.
Okay. This forest is so groen.
I know that because my boyfriend is Dutch.
Yes.
So.
See, sounds Klingon.
Sounds Klingon.
Groen.
Yeah, like
it is a good day to
sounds
groen.
like a cough, basically. As soon as it has a G in it, you cough.
That's
So
a pretty
it's
decent Dutch pronunciation. Yes! I made a pretty decent Dutch pronunciation.
Yay!
Although, actually, you might have been referring to Terry. Maybe her pronunciation is decent and mine is not.
Well, I mean, like, the thing is, like, my native dialect is Rhineland dialect, which is, like, right at the border, and, like, Dutch and Rhinelandish has the same language root.
Mm-hmm.
So depending on the Dutch dialect, the pronunciations are actually pretty similar, especially in Limburg and in, like the border region.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like...
So that's interesting. So that, huh?
Yeah.
So, well, yeah, because it's... I often, that's one of the things that I'm looking forward to when I get to travel a little bit more, hopefully in Europe, is I love the idea that you can, even when I went to Germany, the fact that you can just, without much time, be over into another country.
Yeah, I live half an hour away from the border.
Yeah, it's really wild. And of course, because of the European Union, a lot of the sort of borders as such not that big a deal, right? Like comparatively, really?
What borders are?
Yeah, there pretty much are no borders. Yeah, so it's like the States. It's like driving around in America where there's no borders between states also.
Yeah. Though that is not because of the EU, that's because of Schengen. The Schengen Agreement.
Oh. What is
that's
the Schengen
like
Agreement?
Way more countries than just the EU, because like for example, I don't need there are no border controls to Switzerland, for example, even though Switzerland is not part of the EU.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Well, I mean, they just have their border controls of mountains, so that's not, no, just kidding.
Well, yeah, or they can just blow up their bridges. That's also a thing. Bridges like that's actually a contingency plan.
Is to
like
blow
worst
up bridges?
case scenario, they're gonna blow up all the roads that lead out of the country.
Wouldn't be the first time Switzerland saved themselves on the basis of people not being able to get into the goddamn country. Yeah. They've definitely done that before. Okay, you go to the west and 60 more minutes. So we're now at 655 in terms of minutes. You come to a rise, this is 7C now, and look south toward the road, which lies quiet and still a few miles away. Tales of orcs and trolls and roaming bandits hurry you along the rocky, rolling hills. Pick a number for me, please, Carol. Yeah, I hear that, Carol. That's very similar when you switch states here, too. $11. All right, that means that we get to move on. Very easy. Very simple. Easy peasy. All right.
So at least you guys don't have, like, to switch money in between countries. That's annoying.
But you don't have, I mean,
Why
the
aren't
euro is a lot of that,
you all
right?
part of the Eurozone?
Oh, I was going to say, because I figured that a lot of that would be covered with...
yeah, but not all. Like,
okay.
as far as Germany's neighbors are concerned, Denmark has its own money. Poland does.
Okay.
Switzerland does. Yeah, I think everybody else has the euro. I'm not sure about the Czech Republic.
Interesting. Let's see. Okay. Southwest is 7D. Southeast is 60. And Red Tech, where we came from, is 6. Well, not quite where we came from. Directly east, anyway, is 6C. All right. So we are in right now hex number 8C. I believe that's right. No, I'm wrong. Sorry. 7C. We're in hex 7C right now. So you can go northeast back to 6B. You can go northwest to 7B. You can go west to 8C. You can go southwest to 7D, southeast to 6D, or east to 6C. So get in your vote right now. You have Danish crowns, but you accept euros as payment. Okay.
Well, I mean, I've been to Denmark last year and I saw one place where they accepted euro. Though, like, well, like, you know, they put up a sign that they also take euros, and that was like a tourist spot. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the countryside is coven. Well, where I am, I mean, to get into Canada, which I've done many times, and I'll be doing it again in a couple of weeks, I have to drive about 6 hours. I'm going to be crossing the border. Let's see. Actually, probably about more 5 hours, I guess. If I drive 5 hours to the north, I can get over the border into Canada, which is what I'll be doing. Okay, we need people to vote. West is 8C. Southwest would be 7D. That would be back on the road at that point. Or northwest is 7B.
In 5 hours.
Say again?
I can be in the UK in 5 hours.
Yeah, no, I know. It's like, and I live in, in like, New York is a pretty big state land area wise, but still. If I went directly north, I probably could do it in 4.5, I guess. But the way that anybody crosses over, if I'm going into Toronto or Ottawa, it's usually about 5 hours or 5.5 hours before you get to the border. And then it depends on where you're going. If you're going into Toronto, it's another hour and 20 minutes north. If you're going to Ottawa, it's usually about 2 hours westish, northwestish. Well, yeah, you could be in Canada in 20 minutes because you live up in Michigan. So you are in a different sort of area. For sure.
What was that saying again? Like some famous English person said that once. That for an Englishman, 100 miles are far, while for an American, 100 years are a long time, or something.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yep.
Something like that.
Yep. And that fits for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Arden, it'll take you 90 minutes because of Maine. And you only got to see the U.S. side of Niagara Falls? Yeah, I've been over there a couple times.
Niagara Falls! Slowly I turned.
Step by step, inch by inch. I thought only I knew that. That's funny. It'd be like 12 hours for you to fly. Oh, yeah, well, that makes sense. The place where the U.S. is north of Canada.
A person I used to be friends with, like, he was really upset with that particular joke. So that's why I learned about that.
Oh, I see. I was gonna say, yeah. I was like, how do you know about that? That's cool. Step by step, inch by inch.
A lot of Americans. That's what I do.
Mm-hmm. And that's true, Dragon. Yeah, the Canadian one does dwarf the New York one. It's true. Yeah, Coven, you're man, you put on the miles, man. You put on the miles. Okay. All right, I'm going to last call this. And this is going to be, I think, our last move of the day. So we are going to move to the southwest.
5 more minutes.
To 7D.
We started late. We can go a bit late.
Yeah, no, I know.
Okay.
That's 5 minutes about right. Your tiresome journey continues. So we're now in 7D. Your tiresome journey continues. Suddenly you see a tall, dark-haired man on horseback emerge from a stand of trees along the highway. Oh, crap. Okay,
wait, dark-haired? So he has hair. That's good.
Yeah, it's true. He does have hair. He's not wearing a hood. You make a good point. Let's see. 441. Okay. The man wears muddy leather boots and a gray cloak, carries a sword, a bow, and silver dagger at his side. He slows as he nears and calls out in a friendly way. Hello there. No need to be afraid. Name is Pock. I'm just a roving minstrel. You see a lyre strapped to the man's back. His long legs and leather boots catch your eye. He reminds you of Strider. Let me offer you food and drink, he says. You watch as he reaches into his knapsack and produces a bottle and a loaf of bread. The bread's no fresher than me, I'm afraid, he says with a hearty laugh. Will you talk with the man, run away, or fight?
Like, I always forget that, like, in the Lord of the Rings, like, when somebody's nice to you, they are actually usually a good person.
Yeah, no,
and
exactly.
It's not like, people are not really two-faced in the Lord of the Rings unless they are, like, really obviously evil, like, you know, like Grima Wormtongue.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah, Esther, that's cool. I see that, yeah. Talk, seduce him? I'm going to assume that talking is seduction. Is that what we're talking about, Harlequin? I pictured him with a very dishonest-looking hobbit. A liar. Talkity, talk. Okay, it sounds like people are pretty much strongly in favor of talking. I would agree with that. Okay. You stand, carefully watching the man's every move. So we are up to 70. Wait. Okay. You stand, carefully watching the man's every move. He offers you the bottle he holds. It's good Dorwittian wine, he says with a smile. Go on, it's safe. Drink while I play you a song. He pulls out his lyre and strums a lively melody waiting for you to drink. Then he sings, Oh, I once was in danger and called for a ranger who's less than family but more than a stranger. Will we trust the man and drink the wine, or do you not trust the man? Trust the man and drink the wine, or not? Chat, that's the question.
Free booze!
Free wine. Now you don't trust him because of the song? Really? Can roll against perception to see if he's lying. Unfortunately not, Kerflop. Trust, wine greed takes over. No trust because of the wine. Negative. Too soon. I'm with Terry. Best booze is free. Drink up. All right, so we have trust. We have no trust, no trust,
Wait, who said that about the free booze?
2 for trust and 3 no trust. Ardenel did.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say... Wait, where's Ardenel from?
Maine.
Maine, okay.
In the
because
US.
if it would have been like one of our Randy Scandies in the audience, that I would have made a joke about how expensive booze is. So, like,
Yeah.
of course you would go for the cheap booze, for the free booze.
That's right. Yeah, that's absolutely. So, okay, 3 trust and 3 no trust. We have 3 people who want to drink the wine and 3 who do not. 3 trust, 3 no trust. Coven Guys says drink. All right, 4 trust, 3 no trust. Last call. And... all right, we're going to drink. You drink the wine offered by the man and immediately keel over. I'm just joking. You drink the wine offered by the man you believe to be a ranger and feel immediately refreshed. Beware of bandits on this road. They are near, he tells you. Keep a sharp eye in the woods, too, for orcs are everywhere. Rest off the road in abandoned houses and the like, but look them over carefully first. If you have 1 to 2 meals, the man gives you 4 meals. We have plenty of meals. If you have no weapon, he gives you a dagger. You thank him, and you move on. All right, chat. So the last decision of the day is going to be where we move. That was a good encounter that we had right there. Is where we're going to move. So we're on the road 7D. So our last move is going to be to... Where are we going to move? We're going to... If we go to the northeast, it would be 7C. If we went to the northwest, it would be 8C. If we went directly west, it would be 8D. If we went to the southwest, it would be 8E. If it was the southeast, it would be 7E. And if it was directly back to the east, it would be 6D. All right, chat. So this is going to be the last one. We're going to go to this hex, and then we will stop there. So where's it going to be? His name was Pock. P-O-C-K. And I should say that we're on 7D right now, so if you look, you can now see where we're at. Which is right there. You can see now, that's the spot that we're in, that we've actually got, we're actually halfway. So we've made it halfway across the map already, so we're making good time. And we've done it so far in 785 minutes, which means we're talking about 13, a little over 13 hours so far. If we drink, we would have said a Darwin Award. It's funny. It's fine. Okay, last call, last call. All right, and... All right, southwest going once. Going twice. All right. So we're going to be going west. And again, I am going to only just read this to you and mark the time. So let's see. So this is going to be, that's 90 minutes. So we're talking 875 for the total minutes. And what it says, by the way, as our save point is 8D, that a rickety abandoned inn leans toward the road, the wind whistling an eerie tune through it. From the outside, the old 2-story frame building appears safe and sound. And so when we begin in our next gamebook playthrough session, we will be starting there with a decision to make. But other than that, we came out of it with only 2 damage, and that was the snake. We used up 875 minutes thus far. We have a skill of, not a skill, but a, what is it, melee bonus? What the devil is it? Strength. Strength of 8, agility of 9, intelligence 4. We've got 3 silver, we've got 7 lembus. We have the following bonuses: 0 melee, 1 missile, 3 general, 0 trickery, 2 perception, -1 magical, 1 running, 1 defensive bonus. We have a bow and 10 arrows, silver dagger. Actually, we have used one of those. Bow and 9 arrows, silver dagger and a map, 2 healing herbs. We have to warn Hobbiton, Buckland, the Marish, the Bridgefields, and Tuckborough. And so I would say you put all that together, and we've actually done fairly well, I would say, so far, would be my take thus far. And that's good. All right, and as we look over and see the Aragorn picture,
figuring out the shader filter, whatever you call it.
Mm-hmm.
Thing. Trying to figure out.
The more shadowy, the better, seems to me.
Yeah. Oh yes, there we go.
Yeah, there we go.
That's what I was looking for.
The deadly secret of the of this that happens.
There.
Yay! There
Dark
is
and
Strider.
Ominous?
Ominous.
Ominous. That's
Yes, the ominous look of the amazing Strider. So that was Strider, who we just saw. Oh gosh,
Yeah.
Coven. I hope everything's okay.
Wait, let me save first before I lose it. Don't forget to quick save. Okay, I'm gonna go to the start, I guess.
All right. So at the
This
beginning
was
we
the
had
warm-up
this,
drawing.
the Shire.
No, I first, for those who joined later, this, like I thought we were doing the dwarf book first, the Moria one. So yeah, like before, like we started setting up, and while Art was like doing other stuff, I decided, yeah, I might as well warm up. So I did that, trying to channel my inner Bob Ross. And then I learned that we are actually doing the Hobbit book. So yeah, we moved a tiny bit west, which seems to be a theme in this game so far, moving west.
Yes.
Yeah. Just a little.
That's
drawing.
beautiful. I love the western sky. And then,
Yes,
of course, our hero.
Heroine, our brave hero, Laura Hopesinger. And as a first on this series we run here, Gamebook Tuesdays, yeah, did color and stuff.
The color was good too. It looks really cool.
Who suggested the toast color pattern again? I forgot.
I don't remember. I actually didn't notice that someone did recommend that.
Yeah, because at one point I was like, yo, somebody say, like everybody in chat say an object. And then
oh yeah, someone said
asked,
toast
is art an object?
yeah, someone said toast and a bunch of other
Yeah,
ones.
somebody said toast because like a lot of the things were like, oh yeah, these don't have really a fixed color palette, like a book, or like that was one recommendation. I don't remember the other ones. And the One Ring, that would be one color, or two, I guess. So that would be a bit boring.
But
yeah,
toast actually has
So I was
variation.
like, okay, I'm gonna do a strawberry jam toast. So that was a color.
I see. So this is the strawberry jam toast version of our hero.
Yeah.
Face of our heroine.
Indeed.
I love it. That's good stuff. All right. And then last for today, because the complication was, I'm very dramatic. I do not eat strawberry toast. It is a grim world, and in our world there is no strawberry. Sauron is everywhere. We eat only toast with butter, and not even. It's dark toast. Far too dark. Anyway.
For toast.
For toast. It's just bread. It's a grim world of just bread. But this is awesome. I really enjoy these. And these, I'm actually really enjoying this book so far. I mean, we did a lot of just sort of moving, but I like the way this stuff was set up as we kind of move there. It really is, you really do have the option to just explore a lot or just be like, we've got to get to, like, you know, stay focused. And so far, Chad has done pretty well, I think, with staying focused. So, so that is good stuff. So as always, wonderful work, artistic work from Terry. This was amazing, and I hope, chat, you enjoyed it as much as I did. Terry, where will the lovely people see you next, and where can they track you down when you are available online at various places?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna be here next Tuesday, I think, right?
Yes, you'll be here for Adventures of Middle-earth.
Yes, for Tolkien Tuesdays, which is a thing now.
That's
Hashtag
right, Tolkien Tuesday. That's right.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Oh, by the way, did you pick a game yet for the one Tuesday?
The Patreon fueled? No, nominations for that start next week.
So, like, always pick a Lord of the Rings-based game now, so that we can keep up the theme with Tolkien Tuesdays.
Twist my arm, right? Like, that would be terrible if I had to keep playing Tolkien games. Boy, I don't know how I would... yeah, I'd be all about it, sure. I mean, listen, that's the will of chat.
But, yeah, like, gonna be here for our role-playing session of Adventures in Middle-earth. Other than that, like, I'm gonna be traveling to Sweden next week. So, like, the weekend after next weekend. If anybody is in the... God, don't let me fuck this one up because I always confuse these two. Stockholm? Right, Stockholm was the capital of Sweden. Like I
Stockholm.
always... Yeah, I always confuse Stockholm and Copenhagen for some reason. Like
Yeah.
I never was able...
Copenhagen's Denmark, right?
But yeah, Stockholm. Gonna be there from Thursday to Monday next week.
Awesome.
So if anybody is in the area and it's like, yo, come hang out with me, I wouldn't want to say no, so you can just hit me up on, for example, Twitter or Instagram or the likes under the name of TariToons. That is me. So yeah, follow me or something and keep watching the channel and throw money at Arf, because the more money you throw at him, the more money he will throw at me.
That's true. If a certain person ever gets me an invoice, so I can throw money at her.
What? No.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I'm behind again.
Yep.
Always forget.
I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna be like, here, I have $1,000 invoice. It's like for the last 3 years of time. And but anyway, hey Genly, good to see you, man. Yeah, unfortunately we are wrapping up, but no, it's always a pleasure to have Tari with us, and you will not want to miss the Tolkien campaign. Amel will be back with us, and things have gotten crazy. They are actually headed south to try to head off a attack on the fine people of Dale. Yes, sorry.
We should mention that next Tuesday we are gonna start earlier than usual.
Yes, I did mention that.
Usually we start off at
noon Eastern.
Noon New York time, and next week we are gonna play at either 10 or 10:30 that time. Which for us weirdos here in Europe, that would be usually it's at 6 p.m. Germany and Scandinavia time. It's Norway in GMT, not GMT +1. I don't know. Anyway, so instead we would be playing at 4 or 4:30 p.m.
Okay,
I
cool.
hope everybody got the GMT +1.
Yes, and we'll have confirmed. We're just sort of confirming 10. Mostly the question is whether I can be back in time, because I have to drop my son off at school and stuff. So I don't know if I'm going to be available to do it by 10. So it might have to be 10:30, but we'll see. The time is either Echo 10 a.m. Eastern or 10:30 a.m. Eastern. We don't yet know about that. But it's one of those two times, and that's way too early for you because you're on the other side of the world right now. Yeah, sorry, Hilness. That's the way it's going to be for at least the semester because of Mal's teaching schedule. So when I am not doing Adventures of Middle-earth stuff, like if we do gamebook streams or whatever, we'll continue to start at noon Eastern, but otherwise it's going to be either 10 or 10:30. Yeah, he's nursery school, Dragon, nursery school, so he's just there for a couple hours, but.
I was wondering about that when you said that, because I'm like, isn't your son a baby? Do babies go to school in the U.S.?
Not quite. Yeah, I mean, he's over 3 years old now. He's like 3 years and 2 months. But yeah, he is. But having said that, though, yeah, I mean, he's going to nursery school, so it's not really any kind of major school stuff yet.
Over here he would be going to kindergarten. So.
And actually, I don't have more details. I don't have all these details I can talk about yet, because I don't. There may be some changes in terms of my schedule, but I am going to be announcing soon on Twitter and elsewhere that I just got a sabbatical that is going to be starting, a research leave that is going to be starting from my university. So spring 2021, so basically a year from this coming spring, I will have off. I will not be teaching for that time, and I will be instead working on several projects that I have. So my university has been kind enough to grant me a sabbatical, which is an honor, and I'm very excited about it. And so that also may change how sort of schedule works. Again, I don't know exactly where I'm going to be at that time, because it depends on some other factors about what happens in the fall of that academic year, fall 2020. So I don't know yet, but in any case, I'm thinking about it because it'll also have something to do with school and everything else. So I'm very excited. I know it definitely isn't, but the school has been very supportive, and I will also say that my father, who basically, I've told this story before, but my father got a Fulbright scholarship when he was teaching in the technical college system in Connecticut. This is is back in the mid-90s, early to mid-90s. And it was the first one in the history of the technical college system, this Fulbright scholarship. And so all the school needed to do was basically pay for some adjuncts to cover his courses, and they didn't want to do that. So he basically had to fight them. He even had to go to the newspapers before they reluctantly gave him basically like a half sabbatical, which was just a really crappy thing to do because, I mean, like, it just, come on. Like, it was an honor to the system, and he'd been there for a long time. And so there was a part of me that the fact that I could walk in, and I tried to prepare myself well for it, but I walked in, and basically it was a 15-minute conversation during which the dean was not only supportive, but was out of her way to sort of be like, this is great, and I'm so excited, and hopefully other professors will go forward, and you're a great case for it. And then the division approved it, my department approved it, the dean approved it, and then the provost approved it. So the whole thing took like less than a month. So I feel very grateful to St. John's, which I've been at for over 16 years now. And it was kind of nice to think about. I kind of made me feel bad of what my father had gone through, but there was also, I know he wouldn't have me wanted to have gone through what he had to go through. So that was really cool. So anyway, I was excited about that. It was neat and all that good stuff. But that said, thank you for those times. I appreciate it, Echo. That's awesome. And I totally agree with you, Aaron. Sabbatical time in AT, sabbatical time in general, I think is a good thing and would be valuable to them overall. But we do not have time to talk about it because I got to let Terry go and get ready because I've got my next stream coming up in about 20 minutes. So I will let the amazingly talented TariToons, who's a good friend, move on to stuff. Always a pleasure, Terry. I always enjoy these. And thank you for joining us. In chat, can we get some love for TariToons?
Oh my God, that's a lot of love.
That's a lot of love. That's a lot of love. Thank you, Terry, so much. This was great, and I will talk to you next week.
Thank you guys for having me. Have a good night. Bye.
Bye. All right. Thank you, Caro. Great stuff, by the way, on that. Great stuff. You did a very good job, and it was awesome, and I think it came out very well. So thank you. Whoops, hold on a second. Wait a minute. I don't need to do that yet. Get rid of the thing and then put on the thing. There we go. There it is. But thanks everybody. This was great. I really enjoyed it. I hope you folks enjoyed yourselves as well. We had a good turnout actually for this. Please let everybody know that this is what we're doing, and congratulations to Coven Guy, our newest mod. And thank you all, because this was awesome. I had a really good time, and I cannot wait for the next time we do one of these sessions, which will be, of course, next month. Again, I posted my schedule. I don't have time to go over it again now, but if you take a look at calendar, ! Calendar, you can check that out. ! ArvTube for the YouTube channel. Discord is ! ArvCord. Twitter is ! ArvTweets. You can find that all on my website, arvaneleron.com. I have most of the schedule worked out now. There will be a couple of tweaks here and there, but at least some of the basics I have worked out, and that's going to include at 4 p.m. today, continuing with Pathfinder Kingmaker over on GOG and Pen and Pixels. So I'm going to be heading over there now. Thanks to everyone. Much love to all. Wonderful stuff from everybody today. And thank you to everyone who made this stream possible. Oh, and also, sorry, I didn't mention the financial ways to support. ! Arv Shop for the merchandise area. ! Arv Shreon for that Patreon, which will really make a difference. And that sub button sitting right above the video window. A few of you used that today, so thank you all. I mean, we're sitting right around 64 subs, I believe, which is great. So thank you all for being a part of it, and thank you for supporting it if you have been able to do so already. And if not, if you're able to consider doing it, that would be appreciated as well. Thanks to my wonderful mods today, Aridinel, Dragonspear, Hillness, TariToons, and of course the newest mod, Coven Guy, who's just joined us, and Rock God, who was joined us with mods last night, by the way. Thank you to my wonderful subscribers, Aridinel, Dragonspear, Hillness, TariToons. Hillness, safe travels back from Australia when you come back. Enjoy yourself down there, man. Thank you to TariToons for her wonderful work as always, and for resubbing today. Much love and friendship and appreciation. Thanks, Terry. Always a pleasure. Thank you to my wonderful subscribers, as I say, Dragonspear, Aridinel, Hillness, Echo Alpha X5, Nonstop, Second Obs. Thank you all so much. Wonderful people all. Thank you to Esther. Thank you to Alfred Judicus, to Angel of Light, Commander Root, ECAG, Electrical Longboard, Arenth, Gabriel Furlong. Glad you joined in, Gabriel. Hope you enjoyed it here and that you'll won't be a stranger and you'll be back. Always a pleasure to see Genly. Good to see you, Genly. Thank you to Gorgar. Thank you to Jagtris, JLC. Always good to see JLC. Thank you to Carohem. Good dice rolling today, Caro. Thank you to Lunkent. Thank you to Lurks. Thank you to Mubat, I guess. Thank you to Polizei. Thank you to Poltergeist Zero, Rhiannon 7, U Christensen, V&K, Valerian Gamer, Video Store Cowboy. Good to see you, man. And of course, Virgo Praz. Always good stuff all the way around. Always a pleasure. and all that kind of good stuff. So we will see. And yes, that's what we've got looking on. And otherwise, I'll be over at GOG in just about a little over 15 minutes. So please stop by there for some more Pathfinder Kingmaker shenanigans. Otherwise, on Friday, don't forget, I will be back with some with Cat Quest. I beg your pardon. Friday is going to be Cat Quest as we wrap up that game. And then Saturday, we have got some Dungeons and Dragons with viewers. So that's going to be a good time as well. But that's going to do it for me for now. Much love to all of you, and I will see all of you wonderful people, hopefully over in GOG. Until then, be good to each other. Thanks to Terry for the wonderful illustrations, and I'll see you all pretty soon. Have a good one.
Fresh and new, when it all seemed clear to you, when your aim was straight and true. Were your mind untroubled by the questions in the dark, content to play your part, open pathways to your heart? Were your life untainted by a host of broken dreams, when all your acts were queens, understood all that it means? Could you have understood the way your life was bound? Did you ever wonder how you got from there to now? Oh yes, you're gonna fly away from here, where the sky grows more clear, and your problems disappear, drift away down below. Watch them go down to your friends, where the trouble never ends, and there's always just one more day left to go. Now through your pile of broken lies, and your set of fake goodbyes, another cynical disguise. When will they catch you? All those little things you said, will it turn around instead? Blame the voices in your head. With all your subtle language, try and turn your life around. If your center gets unwound, you do your best to slow things down. And if you feel things that you never felt before, things that shook you to your core, a shattered truth you can ignore. Oh yes, you're gonna fly away from here, where the sky grows more clear, and your problems disappear, drift away down below. Watch them go down to your friends, where the trouble never ends, and there's always just one more day left to go. Take a different tack. You can turn and face your demons, or you can give yourself a break. You can go a new direction, life